Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy Europe at Karting International Le Mans. You are watching the 3MK Events YouTube channel, coverage brought to you by WFR Live TV. 10 heat races to go this afternoon. Every single one of the 340 drivers who are here has one more race to go. The first of them is DD2 Masters. Eric Tellis alongside me here in the commentary box. Eric, this is now where we have a lot of drama building up as drivers trying to get the final grid points to decide who starts where in the superheats.
Voilà, effectivement, c'est le dernier départ, donc c'est la manche numéro 3 pour le DD2 Master que l'on va suivre dans quelques instants avec la dernière opportunité donnée aux pilotes encore en ballottage favorable d'accéder aux super manches de demain et à la grande finale bien évidemment l'après-midi. Et dans cette DD2 Master, le troisième manche, eh bien on va suivre Gabriele Zughella qui est le pilote argentin qui va s'élancer en pole position. Il aura à ses côtés le français Charles Seguin.
Yes, it is Gabi Zughella, Charles Seguin on row number 1, Vivian Cusack-Pico, Zen Darua on row number 2, Jack Dex, Alex Fielenbach on row number 3. They come to the line. We are off and racing here at Le Mans into turn number 1. Darua going around the outside of turn number 1 and everyone through cleanly.
Ouais, c'est parti, c'est bien parti pour Zughella. En revanche, Charles Seguin a perdu pas mal de place et je pense que c'est Vivien Cusack-Pico qui s'est un petit peu faufilé en haut de la hiérarchie, même si pour l'instant, eh bien, on a l'impression que c'est Xen Deroux. Ah oui, on est au milieu, on est au début du paquet de poursuivants et c'est bien donc Gabi Zughella qui est le plus rapide à s'élancer avec dans son sillage normalement Vivien Cusack-Pico, le numéro 606. On va avoir, non c'est oui c'est ça, Cusack-Pico, alors que oula, il y a un problème pour Xen Deroux est 3e, Jack Dex est 4e, Maxime Gravouillet est 5e et Harold Watson est en 6e position. Où est Charles Seguin? Charles Seguin, il est passé en 9e position sur la ligne de chronométrage.
So watching there, up to the inside, there is a move, potential move there, the number 668. I thought that was, the 678 car, Roger Young, having a little look there. Up at the front there is Zen Darua in the emerald green SSC Sports Till entry, running a bit wide there as Jack Dex putting him under pressure, and through past a pair of them goes Maxime Gravouillet. Zughella continues to lead. Cusack-Pico in second, Gravouillet now third, Darua, Dex, and behind Dex, Nadia Kabaj, the showman, Harold Watson in in this SPR kart. There he is, number 619. As behind Watson, side by side, Alex Fielenbach and Charles Seguin. So Seguin, who was up in second position in the opening race, has fallen back at the start of this one. If you're watching on the live chat feed, please keep your comments coming in. Tell us who you're cheering from, where you're watching from. Don't forget, it is a new live stream. For those of you at the circuit, you have to go and tell your friends it's a new live stream. So you have to go back to the 3MK YouTube channel and open the new live stream, because I can see that obviously we had a lot more people watching this morning than are now, as Darua and Dex go through turn number 1, but up at the front Zughella still leads.
Allez, c'est toujours le pilote argentin Gabi Zughela qui est aux commandes avec dans son sillage, ou tout du moins lancé à sa poursuite, les deux pilotes français, Vivien Cussac-Picot et Maxime Gravouillet, en deuxième et troisième position dans le peloton. C'est toujours la bagarre et on suit un petit peu ce bras de fer entre Jack Dex et Xen Deroux pour le gain de la quatrième place. Pour l'instant, c'est toujours Xen Deroux qui est en quatrième position, mais Jack Dex met la pression, tente d'intimider un petit peu son adversaire direct pour lui faire commettre une faute et pouvoir grappiller une position pour ensuite revenir sur Maxime Gravouillet qui est pas très loin dans l'absolu, mais il va falloir faire vite pour Jack Dex s'il veut prétendre à se hisser dans la hiérarchie.
Into turn number 3, Darua. The new father. I'll tell you a quick story as we're watching. We've got 5 minutes to go. During the lunch break, of course, Zen and Sarah Darou's son, young son, Cruz, who was born in April, is here. And I went to see Cruz, who is in garage number 1. And Cruz was, he was so happy to see me. He filled his pampers with delight on my arrival in the garage. I'm not quite sure it was delights that was his pampers were full of, but it was he seemed quite happy with himself. He was grinning as this odour wafted around garage number 1, but already Zen couldn't do pampers changing duty because he was in the line to get on the dummy grid. Jan Schwitter on the live chat. Hope it's good to see you, Jan. Or Jan CRG. It's not Jan Schwitter. Hello to Jan CRG. There is Darua. First time here as a Masters, being chased by Jack Dex, who finished second in this race a year ago. And we are looking at lap number 6. Zughela leads Cussac-Picot by half a second.
Allez, on suit toujours la bagarre et le duel entre Jack Dex et Xen Deroux. Pour l'instant, Jack Dex a un petit peu relâché, pourrait-on dire, la pression, parce qu'on est en train de se regrouper à l'avant de cette manche de qualification, la dernière pour les DD2 Master. On est en train d'assister à un regroupement en haut de cette hiérarchie avec quasiment 5 pilotes au contact. On a Zughela, le pilote argentin, qui était bien parti mais qui est en train de se faire reprendre progressivement par Cussac-Picot et Gravouillet qui sont deuxième et troisième, et on le voit maintenant, c'est fait. Deroux et Dex sont en train de revenir. On va donc s'expliquer à 5 pour le gain de cette dernière manche dans la catégorie des deux Masters.
So it is my friend Jan Schwitter watching. Jan, ex-driver, now team boss, driver academy, team coach, driver coach. There's a lot of work with young drivers in Switzerland. Good to have you on board watching us on the live stream, Jan. There is the showman, Peru's Harold Watson, chasing down Charles Sergan. Sergan getting support from Sasha on the live chat. In turn is chasing down Nadia Kabaj. Nadia Kabaj, a driver who has won the MENA Nations Cup for Morocco in the past, so a very experienced driver. These are the drivers over the age of 31. We are watching the field spreading out. I have to say, Eric, that speaking to couple of drivers in this class, they've said they've never known a DD2 Masters race that was this intense in terms of the competition and this physically demanding. A combination of the standard of driving as Sergan to the inside of Kabaj. That will put Sergan up into P6. The combination of the heat, the level of competition makes this some of the most physically demanding races that some of these DD2 Masters drivers have ever experienced.
Allez, on a vu Charles Seguin qui a pris le meilleur sur Cabbage et a pris maintenant de fait la 6e position. Charles Seguin donc qui revient aux portes du top 5. Il va falloir maintenant combler le retard sur Xen Deroux pas sûr que ça soit évident, même si il reste encore non, il reste pas beaucoup de temps. Il va rester 2 tours seulement pour cette dernière manche qualificative pour la DD2 Master, avec toujours Gabi Zougela aux avant-postes de Picot et Maxime Gravouillet qui sont 2e et 3e. Jacques Dex est 4e et Xen Deroux 5e.
There we look at Jack Dex. Further back, Sagan, Watson, Kabaj, feeling back now joining this group. I have to say the DD2 Masters drivers have, they've been quite safe and they've played quite safe. Further down the order, let's have a little look. Christoph Capitan runs in 11th. Robert Schlunzen is 12th. Moritz Knoppers is 13th. Jeremy Brasler 14th. Henry Taleb from Ecuador, P15. Fernando Guzzi from Brazil, P16. Jamie Billings is next. Then Bjorn Edstrom, Peter Gatai, Fabio Cretti. Hello to Papa Cretti back home. As we look, the leaders now start their last lap, and through turn number 1, out of turn 2, Zugela under pressure now from Cusack Pico, Gravaway, Dex and Darua are all there. I'm not sure if Cusack Pico is going to be close enough to make a lunge. Maybe at the end of the back straight as we head out towards the banking for the final time. It's Zugela leading Cusack Pico.
Allez, on est dans le dernier tour avec Zougela toujours aux commandes et Vivien Cusack-Picot juste dans son sillage, mais ça sera trop juste pour porter une attaque, à moins que l'Argentin commette une grosse erreur de pilotage, mais ça n'a pas été le cas depuis le début. On voit pas pourquoi ça serait le cas maintenant. Voilà Zougela qui va aller s'imposer devant Vivien Cusack-Picot, Maxime Gravouillet et Jack Dex. Xen Deroux est 5e et Charles Seguin termine 6e. Gabadge, Fillenbach, Watson et Joly complète le top 10 pour cette dernière manche qualificative du DD2 Master.
Zugela wins from Cusack, Pico, Gravaway, Dex, Derua, Sagan, Kabaj, Fielenbach, Watson and Jolly. Capitan, Schlunzen, Knoppers, then Brasler, Taleb, Gutzi, Bjorn Edstrom, Jamie Billings, Peter Gatai and Fabio Cretti. Christoph Adams, 21st, Dirk Prochnow in 22nd. Uncle Roger Young is 23rd. Then it is, let's have a look behind them, Manuel Martins, Kirlo Biryuk, Jimmy Chomier, Bonzi Billings and Wim Rouleau. Sadly, the only retirement, Sylvain Laville. There is a look at the drivers coming in to the holding area at the end. You can see Nadir Kabaj, number 687, just pushing his cart into the technical area. He just heard himself called out. Hello, Nadir, give us a wave. You are on the live stream. Well, maybe he didn't hear us. Maybe he's just too tired to wave. Like I said, this event has really taken... Now, there's coming in at the back... at the back of the film, there is Wim Rouleau in kart 610. This is the DNA Racing in association with Sheepers. Karts there at the right hand side of your screen. Bonzi Billings, you can see the St George's Cross on the top of his helmet. He has got British pro karting legend Andy Stapley of Andy Stapley Motorsport helping him, and Jamie Billings. There's Bonzi with his grey hair. I mean, I'm jealous because I've got no hair. I wish I could go grey. I wish I had the hair left to go grey. But Bonzi having a great time here. And again, battling with Wim Rouleau towards the back of the field. But hey, you've still got a battle and you're still out doing it at this stage of life. So, that's the end of DD2 Masters. Gabi Zougela 141 points. Zendarua 127. Sergan and Dex 112 each. Provisionally, they will be the front four starters for the Superheat tomorrow.
Alrighty, getting ready for our afternoon DD2 session, or the first of. And yeah, I guess it comes down to this. Who's going to be there on the grid? But tomorrow at least we're going racing with the Superheats. Imka, quick chat from you. We talked right here last year. Actually, we're on that side, I think.
Yeah.
You're back. You came back just for this race.
Yeah, sure. It's a super nice race every year, so I wanted to join again.
Another podium?
Well, it will be a bit more difficult than last year, but we will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Really nice to have you here. There's a few different girls here this year. Not all the same, some different girls. But it's really nice. Last year, you know, you and I were talking, you said, we do need more girls because they're out there racing at home in their national championships. So they've come here. They've made a little bit of a statement as well. Like yourself, I think you're a good role model. Last year, I think it was really impressive in the DD2 class. You gave the guys really a hard time.
Yeah, thanks. It was super nice and it was super cool to be the first lady in this event on the podium. And now I heard that there were in a junior and a mini max, I thought.
Micro,
Micro max, the first ladies on pole. So I think we all doing a good job.
We have to put their entry in next year. Make sure you're here with Imka and the other girls. But it's really nice to see you here racing again. And of course, I know you a little bit older than some of the guys on the grid, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We won't say how old, but yeah, it's really, really good, and we're going to say good luck. You're not that far from the front, only 4 rows. It's the 4th row.
Yeah, that's true. But I had a few front fairing penalties in the last heat, so it's the pre-final, the super heat will be a bit further in the back, I think. But let's see what this race will bring.
Yeah, we will. And 5-2-1 for everyone at home watching. 5-2-1, DD2 in karts. Thank you so much. Alrighty, then, is that you, Len? Yes. I've always got to look because there's so many karts, they all look the same. How?
Not as expected, to be honest. It's not ideal, but I mean, we're getting there, speed's getting better, so I mean, not too bad.
Of course, you won our winter series, the RMC winter series, earlier this year in Italy, 2 rounds. You got the ticket. And you're here, you're in the line, I guess, for another couple of tickets this year. Not only here, but yeah, a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, I definitely have some work to do. But I mean, yeah, I'm going to try my best and do what I can, and we'll see what we get.
Well, this is one of the fastest guys at the moment in the European, I think, series, the RMCIT. So, you know the ropes, you know how it works, but you've got really good competition on the grid.
Yeah, loads of good guys and girls, of course. They all know how to drive, so there's a lot of good competition, but we'll see.
We will see. We're going to say good luck, Lynn. So number 536, if anyone's watching, Len Nice. Okay.
Jen, is it Nice or Nice? Is it Len Nice or Len Nice?
Oh, okay.
Because it's
is it
important.
Nice or Nice?
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. We both got it wrong. Nice. Okay, we've got to get our Dutch sorted. All right.
Many apologies, yes. Sorry, Len Niche.
Actually, it's always a struggle because I've got the Australian kind of accent. You've got the Welsh accent. It's not always working. And yesterday, people on social media were saying, since when did Sam, the pole sitter, have an English accent? And you said, it must be the interview. What happened?
I don't know, maybe it is the interview. I guess we'll find out now. Or maybe I've changed how I speak English, I don't know.
You're racing in a Belgian team. You're Dutch. You spend a lot of time in the UAE. I'm Australian. How did we get English, like British English, into our interview?
I think a lot of the time in the UAE is probably played into my way of speaking English.
Oh, okay.
But I think Henry could do some work on pronouncing the surname as well.
Okay, you want to have a go, Henry?
Canopias.
It's close enough. It's better than in the two heats we've had now. So good job, Henry.
Thanks, Sam. But
Well,
I'm normally in a bit of a hurry when I'm commentating on you because you're leading and you're going so fast. But canopias.
You get 2 chances because his dad's racing in Masters.
I got no excuses.
Alrighty, so here we go. High fives and good luck from the mechanics. It was such a good race. The race before lunch, fantastic race. But I have to say, Knud Nielsen, and I was talking with Robert Schlinson from RS competition, he's a good racer. I think he's up there. What do you think, Henry? He's up there. He's a young guy. He's in the running, I think, for the podium for sure.
Yeah, and I was speaking to the team boss from RS competition. He said Knud will race anything that slows down enough passing him that he can jump into. It doesn't matter what engine, as long as it's got 4 wheels on it, he will try it.
Yeah, it was a great race and so close. I mean, it was so exciting right to the checkered flag in the last race, so hang on to your seats.
I could just call Sam Knyoppers Sam Buttons, because that is the English translation. But yes, it is. He's listening. But, well, let's see. Super Sam will lead them to the line. Knud Nielsen on the outside of row number 1. Christian Baumgartner and Michael Rossina on row number 2. Nicola Falapi and David Masliakevich on row 3. Then Patrick Dorikta and Imke Arts. Mika van der Pavert, no Maxim Dirks, then Len Nish, I think. Gustav Usakovs will go from P11, then Edgars Vilkans, Jamie Smith, Leonardo Baccaglini, Luca Costa, Wout Kirstjens, Shenya Hong, Alessandro Pedini Amati, the only driver here representing San Marino. Then we have Nicolas Guillaume, Daniel Quintero, Jordan Caille, Matthias Nagem, Mats Overhoff, Noé Verbois, Bran Anker, Valentin Delane, Mathieu Barbier, Corentin Franchi, Dominic Carai from the USA, Mohamed Ben Amour from Tunisia, Benjamin Unterberger, Kian de Brandt, Ricky van der Straat, Ricky one time, and Theo Desert at the back. The signal to give them the start engines is probably just moments away. What is great is that these drivers, we know them, we see them every year at various events, and they get to know us as well as we get to know them. And now it's our pleasure to be able to bring you their personalities out, because they're not just racing drivers, are they, Eric, with crash helmets on? They're people. They do this, some of them do it for a living, others do it as a hobby, others do it as a path to a future career in different types of motorsports. But in DD2 there are full-time kart racers out there in this class. 9 minutes plus 1 lap, and Super Sam Canopias, I will get it right. We'll start from pole position. There is a look at the flags. Such an international field. This is only half of the field. The Netherlands, Denmark, Italy, Austria, Poland, South Africa, Belgium, Latvia, Lebanon's out there as well, Germany, Chinese Taipei, and the island of Taiwan, Colombia, represented Tunisia, the United States. And there is the fast Danish driver that we were talking about, Knud Nielsen. Well, this is their final chance to score points. Sem Knoppers, Knoppius is leading the point standings at the moment on 100. Let's go racing once again, Eric Challis.
Yeah. Allez, Knoppers qui est en train de donner le rythme avec Nielsen juste à ses côtés. C'est parti encore une fois avec un très bon départ de Knoppers qui est rentré en tête dans le premier virage avec juste derrière lui, pardon, Nielsen. Donc la première ligne qui garde ses positions. Et derrière, eh bien, tout le monde passe sans encombre, me semble-t-il. Et ça, c'est une très bonne nouvelle.
Oh, Noah Verbois and another driver down at the back of the field, Corentin Frankie, having a spin. Both get going again. All the leaders safely through the first couple of corners. Sem Knopius leads Knud Nielsen and Christian Baumgartner. Sem, he's pretty much he's 9 points clear of Jakob Bazell. He's not assured of pole position. There's a move. Michael Racina up into P2 for the MKC Motorsport team. Nielsen back to third. Then the 554, David Mastiakevich, Johnny Bravo, who was very, very fast. Lots of good overtakes from Johnny Bravo in the first heat this morning. He is there ahead of Nicola Falapki. Imka Arts, she's said she had a couple of nose cone penalties, but she is fast. A good result here. That she'll be looking for a good result and no front bumper penalties. For those of you new to karting, the nose cones of these karts have a bracket behind them that is designed to drop ever so slightly or be pushed in if the nose cone of a kart comes into contact with anything. And of course that is a 5-second penalty automatically, as we see Masterkiewicz picking up where he left off this morning, making moves. He needs to, because he had a retirement, I believe, yesterday, or a low finish yesterday, so he needs these two good results, because only everybody in DD2 will get to the superheat, but then only half the field, the top 36 after the superheats, will make the main event. And Masterkiewicz wants to make sure that he is as far up the superheat grid as possible, just to give himself a chance of success in the final tomorrow.
Et on a en tête de la course 5 pilotes qui se sont légèrement détachés. Le groupe de tête est emmené par Sim Knoppes qui est toujours aux avant-postes avec Michael Rossina dans son sillage, l'Italien qui essaye de rester au contact du Néerlandais. Et en troisième position, on a vu que c'était Maslakiewicz qui revenait, qui a passé il y a quelques instants Baumgartner, et Knud Nielsen et Nicolas Felapi restent en 6e position pour l'instant. Felapi qui mène le groupe de chasse. Pour l'heure, les 5 premiers pilotes se sont légèrement détachés. Il y a 15 mètres d'écart entre le groupe de tête et ses poursuivants.
Now we're looking at the number 518 kart there on screen, Nicola Falapi. 518 as the leaders. No, this is the battle for the race lead now. It's the 516. Michael Racina challenging Sem Knopius. And of course, Michael Racina, he can afford to be a bit more aggressive than Sem, because Sem doesn't want to lose a potential pole position for his superheat. Racina has had an up and down weekend, so he will be asking questions of Sem. Through Restaurant Curve they go. Racina, a multiple grand final starter, applying the pressure through turn number 3, now into Curve des Duchamps, the Two Trees corner, around turn number 5, through 6 and 7. Here is the left-right flick, turn 8, turn 9 and turn 10, out towards the banking. Knopius on a good lap. This time around, he's dropping Racina back into the clutch of these two drivers. Mastiakevich and Knud Nielsen, with Christian Baumgartner on that red and white Birrell ART, the Team KSB, or Birrell Art by KSB, the team that run it. And Johnny Bravo now under a little bit of pressure from Knud Nielsen.
Allez, c'est toujours très intense en haut de la hiérarchie de cette manche qualificative DD2 avec toujours Sem Kenopes qui est aux commandes, mais il est toujours sous la pression de Michael Rossina. Michael Rossina qui a lâché un petit peu de terrain. Attention, parce que derrière il y a du monde qui arrive avec Mazakiewicz et notamment Knud Nielsen. Baumgartner tente de rester au contact. Ça va être très disputé pour ces places d'honneur, alors que devant, eh bien, Knopes est en train de s'échapper irrémédiablement. Il avait 362 millièmes d'avance. Il vient de doubler cet écart puisqu'il a désormais 674 millièmes d'avance. Sam Knopes qui eh bien, semble bien parti pour aller s'imposer. Il reste un peu plus de 3 minutes et un tour.
Wow, Sam Knopes, new fastest lap. 53.457. The gap suddenly grows to 7/10 of a second. Kern van Ginkel, Brandel Nagelvoort on the live chat. The gentleman, is this the Le Mans? Yes, it is the Le Mans in France. You are looking at the international kart circuit just behind the main start-finish straight here and the pit buildings. You have the Porsche curves of the famous 24-hour of Le Mans race circuit. So this place steeped in motorsport history. Mats Overhoff, former E20 senior Grand Finals champion, has had to retire. So we're down to 33 runners. Theo Desert, Kia de Brandt, Luca Costa down at the back of the field. And once again, Sam Knopes just seems to be able to pull away at will. Rossina challenged him earlier on. Now, with 2 minutes to go, it's a battle of the second, third, fourth and fifth between Rossina, Mastiakiewicz, Nielsen and Baumgartner. Baumgartner at the back of this group looking particularly racy at the moment. There he goes. Oh, good move from Christian Baumgartner into P4. Oh, Nielsen comes back and in Baumgartner runs wide. Behind him, the Saudi kart, the privateer driver Edgars Wilkens, and then Patrick Doritza, Nicola Falapi and Len Naish with Mika van der Pavert and Imke Arts next.
Allez, c'est chaud là aux avant-postes de cette course-ci pour Sim Knopes, ça semble bien parti. En revanche, derrière, vous l'avez vu, cette explication entre Nielsen et Baumgartner eh bien, a été très chaude. Et dans cette explication, eh bien, non seulement ils n'ont pas réussi à se départager puisque Baumgartner avait attaqué et il a été repris, mais ils ont surtout perdu du temps par rapport aux deux autres concurrents qui composaient le groupe de chasse par rapport au leader, Michael Rossina et Maslakiewicz, qui se sont désormais échappés et qui vont s'expliquer tous les deux pour le gain de la deuxième place. On va rentrer dans les deux derniers tours. Maintenant, 2 tours encore à parcourir dans cette manche qualificative DD2.
Well, the gap now, another new fastest lap for Knopes. 53.254. Rossina and Mastiakiewicz, second and third. 30 seconds plus a lap left on the race clock. Nielsen and Baumgartner, they're chopping and changing of positions, has dropped them off this battle. They're still in their own private discussion over 4th and 5th positions, with Wilkans and Donitka 6th and 7th, Falapi and Naish 8th and 9th, Van der Pavert and Arts next, then Shenya Hong, Jamie Smith, Gustav Usakovs, Jordan Kaye, Leonardo Baccaglini, Wout Kirstjens, Matthias Najem, Nicholas Guillaume and Alessandro Padina Amati. There's your top 20 as the clock has struck 0. Next time around, Sam Knopes will see the last lap board. Now, to quote, well, I mean, you're not quite finished yet, but to quote the Well, to quote the famous wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sam has opened up a can of whoop-ass on the rest of the DD2 field.
Allez, c'est la bagarre entre Baumgartner et Kurt Nielsen. C'est très très disputé pour le gain de cette quatrième place. Les deux pilotes qui ne se font aucun cadeau. Et le leader est passé avec 2 secondes encore à parcourir dans le temps réglementaire. Donc on va seulement rentrer maintenant, me semble-t-il, dans le dernier tour. Voilà, c'est passé. Dernier tour pour le leader, pour Sam Ketnopus, qui va aller chercher une victoire bien méritée. Et derrière, attention, parce que Michael Rosina, il doit se méfier maintenant de Maslakiewicz, qui est très très pressant derrière lui. Est-ce qu'il pourra l'attaquer avant la fin de ce tour? On verra ça. Un petit peu plus loin derrière, Nielsen et Baumgartner finalement se sont un petit peu séparés, dirons-nous.
It looks like it's another Friday afternoon cruise in the French countryside for Sam Canopias. We have Jorge Moura, Portuguese driver Vicente Silva. He'll be out in a later race, but we're watching from the Netherlands. Sam Canopias comes out of the final corner. He has dominated this race once again. Maximum points for Canopias. And he is going to be the driver that everybody else in this class has to beat for the Jan Daams Racing team. Good result for Rosina in second. Good result for Maslakiewicz in third. Nielsen and Baumgartner. Wilkans and Donika. Imke Arts comes home in 8th place, so the fast lady from the Netherlands, she picks up a couple of places. She passes her countryman Mika van der Pavert and Belgium's Len Naish at the end. Shenya Hong, another good performance from Shenya to finish in P11. Jamie Smith, that will keep the South African contingent happier than they were before. And Sam's large number of fans watching on the live stream are very, very pleased with that. As you look at the remaining finishers, Moim Ben Amour. Let's talk about the driver from Tunisia. He's been into the gym. He's lost weight. He's now not overweight anymore because he's a very tall guy, is Moem. And again, the results are speaking for themselves. Has been moving up the order, the only driver from Tunisia, 23rd, just behind Dominic Carai from the USA. Once again, we're going to show you some highlights. There weren't many, let's be fair. There was a couple of little potential overtakes, one battle between Baumgartner and that was Baumgartner over the curb going through turn number 1. That was the best move. That was Rosina passing Nielsen. Maslakiewicz. It was a little bit tight there. Knud Nielsen getting past Baumgartner again. Esther Lamatink. How this works. Does it all count for the classification or only the drives tomorrow? Well, I shall explain. All the points the drivers earn in their heats, which took place yesterday and today, they set the starting lineup for tomorrow morning's super heats. Everybody in all classes apart from senior will go through to the super heat. In seniors, only the top 72 go through. The superheat points that you gain tomorrow morning, which is more than what you gain in the heat, they're all added together to decide the starting lineup, the 36 drivers in each class who will go through for the final. The final, first across the line, is the winner. So it's not overall classification. At that point, the final is winner take all. Hope that explains it. Lockie Robinson, now driving Porsches, is it, Lachlan? Or in the GT Endurance somewhere in Europe? But while Lockie Robinson replies to me on the live chat, Jen Wade is going to have some chat of her own down on the grid. Take it away, Jen.
I'm hoping that you can hear me because I'm right at the back of the grid, which is the front of the grid, really, for these guys. But on my left side, I have a young driver who's only been in karting some months, Hamza from Qatar. Hamza, he's giving us a wave. I just want to say hi and welcome to Le Mans.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic to have him here, and for everyone at home in Qatar's watching, our driver from Qatar, all is not lost. You're racing against some of the best drivers in the world in this class, and you show up here after a few months. But it's fantastic. He's come for the experience and he's loving it. Of course, he hasn't had the luck, but it's all down to experience. I'm sure we'll see him back here as well. So I know we have to go soon, so we're going to get off the grid. But hi to everyone in Qatar, and we wish you luck this one.
Yeah, Hamza Hashisho. He lives in Qatar, but he's got one of his mum or dad are Canadian as well, so he's new to the sport. Now, this isn't going to make much of sense to you watching the live stream, but in the commentary box, you've had a phone handed in. Hang on. SFR. That's not the team, but that's the service provider. It's got Facebook on it. I can't get in, unfortunately, to the phone. If you are losing a phone or have lost a phone that was found in the toilets, where else should you take your phone? Please let us know. Come in the commentary box, describe it to me, and I might give it back to you. Depends how good your data plan is. Here we go with the next race, DD2, the last DD2 heat of the weekend. Jakob Bazel and Hugo Dupont, row 1. Lawrence Herberts, Antoine Barbaroux, row 2. The Lion, Harry Hannam on row 3 with William Norbach. Giorgio Amati, Baptiste Schneider next. Ludovic Saboyin and Ben De Sabo, Will Ellswood, Rasmus Vendelbo, Max Dexter, Louis Tarotin, Frederick Zebis, William Christiansen, Axel Huss, then Ragnar Vieras. Following them, Petter Bazel, Jan Stiak, Marco Drittenprice, Gabin Desert, Ori Morinho, then Victor Wotchan, Kilian Guerin, Noah Neumann, Sebastian Castledary, Maximilian Adolf, Adam Malik, Jules Cousin, Jade Guria, Dylan Lima, Hamza Hashisho and Derek Van Kurt.
Allez, on est dans la fin de ce tour de formation pour cette qualification DD2, cette dernière manche qualification DD2 avec en haut de cette hiérarchie, eh bien, Basil Jacob qui va donner le rythme de cette procédure de départ. Voilà, on accélère progressivement et c'est parti avec Hugo Dupont à l'extérieur de la première ligne. Hugo Dupont qui va tenter de protéger cette deuxième position en allant à l'extérieur, mais pas sûr qu'il puisse garder l'avantage. J'ai peur qu'il soit en troisième ou quatrième position maintenant. Ouais, Hugo Dupont qui a perdu 2 places au profit certainement de Lawrence Herbots et Antoine Barbaroux.
Yes, now Jakob Bazel. Earlier this morning, in the previous heat, Jakob's kart wasn't wonderfully strong at the beginning of the race. It got better, but they've obviously made a tyre pressure adjustment, amongst other things, I'm assuming. He has gone off like a scalded cat at the moment. Now, I have a quick public service announcement to make. DD2 Masters driver Roger Young. Yes, it is wine o'clock for you. You finished your driving. You've got the drivers' parade later. So yes, you may now drink wine. There we go. Thank you. This was a public service announcement brought to you by Uncle Roger from Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan. Back to the go-karting.
Allez, Basil Jacob qui a bouclé le premier tour en tête et c'est bien Herbots et Annam qui ont pris la deuxième et la troisième position. Hugo Dupont est désormais quatrième avec son carte à livret orange fluo. Giorgio Amati est derrière lui et Antoine Barbaroux est en sixième position. Antoine Barbaroux qui s'est lancé depuis la deuxième ligne. Un premier tour un petit peu chaotique pour nos Français qui ont perdu des positions. Mais attention, rien n'est définitif, même si on voit que 5 cartes se sont quand même même 6 karts, se sont détachés du reste du peloton. On va donc assister à une lutte pour la victoire et le podium au travers de ces 6 garçons.
At the moment, Jakob Bazel would be starting the second superheat tomorrow on pole position. Sam Kanopius would obviously be starting Superheat A from pole position. Jakob Bazel will be starting Superheat B from pole position. Christian Baumgartner and Kuhn Nielsen would be on the front row of the grid for their respective superheats. Lawrence Herbert's Hugo DuPont would be on the second row of the grid for their superheats, along with Harry Hannum and Amati. At the moment, Jakob Bazel holds a slender advantage. You're looking, there's the top 5 going through Virage du Technopark. And a move there from Hugo DuPont on Harry the Lion Hannum. And DuPont in that ST Motorsport, ST Motors livery is so nice. It's good on camera. In the flesh, it is really, really something. It's like but it's got a matte finish to it, which I actually really like. It's very, very smart indeed. So well done to the ST Motors team. It doesn't just look quick, it is quick in the hands of Hugo DuPont.
Allez, on vient de le voir, Hugo Dupont qui a pris la 3e position aux dépens de Harry Hannam, et donc le français désormais 3e, lancé à la poursuite du pilote belge qui est juste devant lui, Lawrence Herbots. Mais attention, Herbots qui est en train de signer une très belle performance chronométrique personnelle, et pendant ce temps-là, Bazel Jacob lui est toujours aux commandes. Nouveau tour bouclé par le leader, voilà, c'est fait avec Barbarou qui vient de prendre la 4e position à Hannam.
Good move there from Antoine Barbarou on Harry Hannam. That puts Barbarou into P4. Hannam under the watchful eye of his team box Jack Dex, who is out on the viewing gantry overlooking Harry, who's a multiple Rotax champion in the UAE. Did a bit of car racing last year, was the UAE Renault Clio Cup champion as well, the EBC brakes backed driver. Bazel able to keep everybody else just out of harm's reach. However, if Hugo DuPont can get past Lawrence Herberts now, as in going into turn number 1 on this lap, we've still got over 4 minutes to go. There's Barbarou in front of him. No, DuPont can't make the move, but actually both him and Herbert's now closing in on Jakob Bazel. I was going to call it Giovanni Amati, but no, that's not. It's not. It's Giorgio Amati is there in 6th position. Will Ellswood 7th, Ludovic Saboy in 8th, Baptiste Schneider, Rasmus Vendelbo, Frederick Zebis, Max Dexter, your top 12. Sadly, Dylan Lima did not start this race. Kilian Guerin, Victor Wochan and William Norbach have all retired. So, down to 30 runners. Change for P2, Eric.
Yeah, voilà, Hugo Dupont qui est passé en 2e position, qui a pris le meilleur à l'entrée du dernier virage du paddock sur Lawrence Herbots, et désormais le français est en 2e position. Va-t-il pouvoir rattraper Bazel Jacob? On va le savoir dans quelques instants. Il lui reste encore un petit peu de temps, il reste un peu plus de 3 minutes à parcourir, plus le tour supplémentaire. Est-ce que Hugo Dupont et non pas Antoine Dupont, c'est pas tout à fait le même sport. Hugo Dupont va-t-il pouvoir le faire? On l'espère, on croise les doigts pour lui, et derrière, eh bien, on espère également que Antoine Barbarou, 4e actuellement, va pouvoir lui aussi revenir sur Lawrence Herbots pour le gain de la 3e position.
So, Hugo DuPont, can he do something about Jakob Bazel? Or is there time left? He was looking very, very good indeed. Will Ellswood just coming into frame now for Kraft Motorsport, Killian Kraft's team in the UK, run by Lewis Gilbert and his family. He's been quietly amassing the points, going about his business, and was very quick this morning I wouldn't count Will Ellswood out of contention for a podium at least tomorrow. I think everyone is going to have to burn the midnight oil tonight to try and figure out how to beat Sem Canopius. Jakob Bezel and the Craft team seem to have something figured out, but as for everyone else, they're going to have to come up with something pretty special. I have to say, this is the third race of the afternoon. It's been the third very, very calm race. Normally, at the end of the heats, things get a bit more intense than usual. They get a bit more lively. People start getting a little bit more desperate. Not the case so far, it has to be said. Smart driving, for the most part, from our drivers. Will Ellswood, well, what's the reverse of the curse of the commentator? Because I've just said don't count Will Ellswood out, and instead of breaking down or crashing, he's actually just proven my point, thank you Will, and set the fastest lap of the race, 53.212 seconds.
Et ça se regroupe en tête de la course avec Bezel Jacobs qui voit revenir Hugo Dupont et Laurens Herbert qui n'a pas dit son dernier mot. Attention dans ces derniers tours de manche qualificative. Hugo Dupont qui est très pressant sur Jacob, mais qui pour l'instant est trop loin pour porter une attaque, et il doit faire attention parce que si cette attaque n'est pas fructueuse, eh bien Herbert qui est juste derrière lui pourrait bien en profiter pour reprendre cette deuxième position. Donc il va falloir jouer très serré pour Hugo Dupont, actuellement en deuxième position.
Out towards the banking. This is as close as DuPont has ever been. 15 seconds to go. The clock will strike zero before they come round to the line. So this will be they'll be starting the last lap next time around. DuPont and Herberts right behind Bezel. Last lap board out. Bezel checks over his shoulder, covers the inside line through Restaurant Curve. Herberts takes a wider line in to try and get a better run out. You can see some of the marbles now coming off these Mojo tyres. Oh, and DuPont trying to go to the outside, ends up losing P2. Herberts takes advantage. What about Laurens Herberts? Can the Belgian driver do anything about Bezel? Who maybe Bezel's setup is just going away. He's driving very, very deep.
Dupont est sorti. Dupont et Barbarou qui se sont heurtés. Dupont est parti à la faute. Il a percuté Herbots et de fait, eh bien, il est parti à la faute et il perd tout. Il perd tout. On vous l'avait dit.
That was DuPont running wide, DuPont running out of track, coming through turn number 12. Bezel holds on, Herbert second, and Will Ellswood comes across the line in third. I think DuPont came back on track in front of Barbarou. Barbarou falls all the way back to... Oh, look at that. Ninth at the end. Where does DuPont down
13th.
to 15th? And yeah,
15th,
we just saw that off camera, Eric. DuPont ran out of track, bounced, so he came back on right into the path of Antoine Barbarou. I mean, everyone crossed the line, but we were lucky there not to have a major incident.
Voilà, malheureusement pour Hugo Dupont, c'est ce qu'on craignait, hein. Il a tenté une attaque sur le leader, sur Jacobs. Malheureusement, ça n'est pas passé. Il a été obligé d'ouvrir la porte. Herbert s'est immiscé à l'intérieur. Il a voulu redoubler le pilote belge dans l'enchaînement avant d'entrer dans la ligne droite. Et malheureusement, il a tapé son kart. Il a perdu un petit peu le contrôle. Et ensuite, eh bien, son kart est entré en contact avec celui de Barbarou. Et les deux pilotes, eh bien, ont été obligés d'aller au large. Et ils ont perdu énormément de place. Les deux Français qui étaient dans le top 4 et bien finalement terminent assez loin. Barbarou 9e, Dupont 15e et c'est finalement Baptiste Schneider qui termine meilleur tricolore avec la 5e place.
Yes, but so after Bezel, Herberts, here's a look back. It's I said it was a sedate start, but it livened up towards the end. Bezel, Herberts, Ellswood, Amati, Schneider, Ludovic Saboin at the top 6. Hannum, Zebis, Barbarou, Vendelbo, your top 10, then Dexter, Christiansen, Petter Bazell, Jan Stiak and Hugo DuPont, eventually a very unlucky 15th. But there, DuPont, at this stage of the race where he passes Harry Hannum, there's the move on Lawrence Herberts for second, and I thought he was going to close in a bit quicker than he did, but it waited to the last lap, and initially DuPont on the outside, but there's the view through Cadet du Champ, but it was the coming out of this section here. So watch DuPont now on the outside, and he just runs out of room. We missed the fact where he went off track, came back on in front of Barbarou. But Bazell and Herberts 1 and 2, Ellswood, Amati, and the rest as we cross the line. So Sem Canopias leads the points, a perfect score. Perfect score for Sam Canopias. Jakob Bazell P2, Baumgartner, Nielsen, Schneider and Ellswood the top 6 in points, with Herberts and Amati the top 8. And that's the top 8 in points, the front 2 rows of each superheat for DD2. Now Jen has got the juniors.
Yes, back on the junior grid. I'm going to say a quick hi to our Spanish friends. Hello, Jeremy.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello again. I'm going to come around here so my connection's good. What happened? Last time I saw you, you're like this big.
The Ashcroft take some water off and I go long in the first corner.
Yeah, it was difficult, huh?
Yeah.
So now, second row, how are you feeling?
Good. I think we do a good hit the first one yesterday, and I think I have a good feeling.
Now, of course, we saw you here Minimax before.
2 years ago.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you were one of the guys that could have been winning, maybe. Maybe, very close, but I think for international debut wasn't so bad coming outside of Spain. Of course, your home track is one of our favourite tracks in Rotax, Karting Campos, there near Malaga, beautiful Spain. What's it like coming here as a junior?
It's like other tracks, it's the same, I think.
And what about the competition? You know many of the drivers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to say bye. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Hop in your go-kart. There's Dad cheering him on. It's really nice. What an international grid. Henry, memories from the Winter Cup from Rotax. I think Jeremy's probably one of the best, quickest drivers there now if we go back. But of course our Winter Series was in Italy this year, 2 rounds with WSK. But it's really nice to have our Spanish driver back with us. Minimax, it was an eye-opener, I think, for him. But now in juniors, he's up the front, row 2. Brilliant. Alrighty, so we're down to the last minute. Less than a minute. And for anyone watching at home, it's steamy, about 30 degrees, I guess. Alrighty, so back to the commentary and here we go.
Merci. Voilà, on est évidemment en attente du départ de cette procédure de formation et de tour de chauffe pour cette catégorie junior. Et on va retrouver Eva Maurice, 232, avec à ses côtés Jacob Ashcroft pour la première ligne. Sur la deuxième ligne, ce sera Ryan Gandour avec à ses côtés Jérémy Revers. Pour la deuxième ligne, Harry Freeman et Théo Polican seront sur la troisième ligne pour cette course junior. En tout cas, ça nous promet bien du spectacle et on espère que Eva Maurice va pouvoir défendre parfaitement sa position. On a vu que, et comme Henry l'expliquait à plusieurs reprises, les pilotes féminines ont été un petit peu on va dire, en exagérant un tout petit peu, maltraités par leurs homologues masculins. On prend beaucoup moins de pincettes pour les doubler, on n'hésite pas à aller au contact. Alors derrière, évidemment, il y a la direction de course qui veille, mais quand même, il y a des fois des situations de course qui nous semblent un petit peu limite. On verra ce que ça donnera dans quelques instants avec Eva Morris, donc qui va s'élancer depuis la pole position.
Eva Morris, Jacob Ashcroft, thank you Eric, on row number 1. Eva looking for a clean finish, Jacob looking to overcome the retirement that he had earlier on. Rayan Gandor and Jeremy Roivers, Harry Freeman and Theo Polakand. Then it's Justa Mulder, Bran van der Weken, Alex Rakowski, Archie Lovett, Lars Lambers, Lenny Robilo Lagash, Albie Lapper, Harry Taylor, Theo Battisti, Eason Seng, Charlie King, Louis Radcliffe, Via Chopra, Mai Tusek, Sebastian Clark, Antoine Grisel, Saveli Kogai, Alexander Ratskovsky, Ray Haber, Jensen Chalk, Adrian Canal, Archie Rogers, Tyler, Matisse Uad, Mitant Jain, Nolan Michaud, Gabriel Alexandrov, Mael Montiero and Gustav Penturia. And all drivers successfully off the grid and on the rolling lap. Eva Morris, can she transfer pole position into one race win? Lights are out, we're off and racing. Morris gets a good start, help from behind. Round the outside goes Ashcroft. Ashcroft with a Slim Shady round the outside of turn number 1 for the race lead.
Allez, c'est parti très sportivement là, et malheureusement pour Eva Morris, eh bien c'est Jacob Ashcroft qui a pris le leadership. Il est passé par l'extérieur. Eva Morris qui est bien tenté de garder la trajectoire intérieure, un petit peu chauffée sur son pare-choc arrière par les pilotes qui étaient derrière elle, et du coup Ashcroft en a profité pour passer à l'extérieur et être mieux placé sur l'enchaînement suivant pour prendre le leadership. Il va boucler dans quelques instants ce premier tour de course avec Eva Morris derrière. Eva qui évidemment n'a pas dit son dernier mot.
Ray Haber and Antoine Crissel coming to grief there up on the podium. Now let's see, this is on the banking rather, this is reigning Grand Finals Junior Champion, the official number 1 junior Rotax driver in the world, Jacob Ashcroft, being pushed along by Bristol's Eva Morris with Kart Centre Campios, Jeremy Roivers behind them. Roivers, who is Dan Martin, runs Kart Centre Campios, so Jeremy works there when he's not in school. So he's in a cart around there all the time. It doesn't matter if it's a rental cart or everything. He's got, he's got his own private test track, for want of a better term. Ashcroft, number 1 in the world, and Eva Morris sits between them. She has been a revelation this week. She hasn't had the rub of the green in the races. She's been fast, but other drivers have been very aggressive trying to get past her. They're 2 of her KR Sport teammates swapping positions. Harry Freeman and Rayan Gandor, and behind them Justa Mulder in the familiar but soon to be no more Brand Racing livery as Danny Brand moves into other areas of karting. Albie Lapper as usual. Nanny Babs supporting Albie Lapper, but this time, obviously saying hello to the entire family. Helen and Phil, mum and dad. Liam Wright mechanicking for Albie Lapper in the UK. Albie is one of the most improved drivers of the year. Now, Roivers to the inside of Morris. Morris doesn't defend. Third at the moment, Ashcroft beginning to pull away. Here comes the chasing pack, 4, 5 and 6. Freeman, Gandor and Mulder. Rakowski, Lappers up to P7. Then Rakowski, Lovett, Lambers, Van der Weken, Robilo Lagash. Hello to Anthony Malloy tuning in from Australia. Well, the closest you've got, Anthony, is Maxim Kerwin from New Zealand, who goes in the next heat race. He's the only Kiwi here as we watch Ashcroft pulling away.
Allez, Ashcroft aux commandes qui est en train de s'échapper. Et derrière, vous l'avez vu, c'est Rovers qui a pris le meilleur sur Eva Morris. Et derrière, attention, parce que Eva Morris, elle va se retrouver rapidement sous la menace de Gandour et Freeman. Gandour qui a fait signe à Freeman. Allez, je passe devant et on va chercher le contact. On va chercher les pilotes qui sont devant nous. Et vous le voyez, on s'est regroupé maintenant derrière le leader. Si Ashcroft conserve quelques mètres d'avance, eh bien, on est revenu sous l'impulsion de Gandour sur Eva Morris et sur Rovers qui sont respectivement 2e et 3e. La lutte pour les 2 dernières marches virtuelles du podium de cette manche qualificative vont être très très disputées.
I want to just remind everybody, we really do appreciate your comments on the live chat. Of course, Roger Young now running a New Zealand licence. He's a half New Zealand. There's a move for P4. Harry Freeman goes past Rayan Gandour. We must remember, let's keep the comments positive. It's all right to hide behind non-real names on the live chat. If you've got a set, then you would put your real name down there, but let's keep it positive as we look at the race leader, Jacob Ashcroft. Harry Freeman in the 278, Rayan Gandour in the 203, but Roivers in that very smart, you know, the kart said the Campios colours are black, red and white in that pattern. They've just gone for blue, yellow and white as well. It's a very, very smart looking kart. And hello to Loster watching in Italy. Well, where is the best place Italian in this race? You might have to wait till the next race to support the Italian drivers. At the moment, it's the United Kingdom leading Spain, leading the UK, leading Canada, the Netherlands and Poland up at the front. Those 3 KR Sport karts looking as if they can organise themselves. I would be worried if I were Jeremy Roivers, put it that way.
Allez, c'est très serré hein. En haut de la hiérarchie de cette manche qualificative, si Ashford pour l'instant est un petit peu hors d'atteinte et un peu, on va dire, secure, eh bien derrière c'est très très tendu et Roivers et Eva Morris ont tout intérêt à s'entendre pour ne pas s'attaquer respectivement, parce que derrière on voit que Gandour a des envies d'attaque sur Freeman et eh bien pour l'instant Gandour se fait contrer parce que c'est Mulder qui est en train d'essayer de prendre le meilleur sur Gandour, et Mulder là qui attaque une nouvelle fois le numéro 215 Mulder qui passe à l'intérieur, et vous le voyez, dès qu'il y a des attaques entre des pilotes, eh bien on perd du terrain. Donc c'est pour ça que je vous disais que Rovers et Morris ont tout intérêt à s'entendre pour ne pas s'attaquer mutuellement, pour essayer de conserver leur position, parce que derrière, eh bien Freeman semble très très impatient de progresser dans la hiérarchie.
Now that move from Justa Mulder, it did get him past Rayan Gandour, but it did cost them both ground. We're now down to 4 at the front. And Morris and Freeman, by not attacking Jeremy Roivers, by working with him and slipstreaming with him, they're closing back in on Jacob Ashcroft. Now, Bran van der Weken getting some support online from Patrick Verbist. Bran is P11. Lars Lambers is P10. Here comes Gandour back at Mulder at Virage de Technopark to take that position. Archie Levitt runs 7th, Lapper is 8th, Rakowski is 9th, Lambers 10th, then Van der Weken, Polakand, Harry Taylor, Lenny Robin-Olagash, Charlie King, Matisse Huard, Eason Seng, Adrian Canal, Louis Ratcliffe, Via Chopra. What's that coming over the hill? It's Via Chopra. He is in 20th, just in front of Jensen Chalk. There's a good battle between Gandour and Mulders. And they're falling back. Now, when will Eva Morris make that breakthrough major national or international victory? She's fallen a little bit back behind Roivers, who's closing in on Ashcroft. But Harry Freeman, they're in P4. The 232, Eva Morris. is she's on the verge, Eric, of that breakthrough win. And I think once she wins a big race, whether it's a heat, a super heat, or a final at a national or international level, then the floodgates will open, the wins will keep on coming, because she is so fast. She's in the gym, building up her physical strength as well, and driving very maturely here behind Roivers and Ashcroft.
Allez, nous sommes dans les derniers hectomètres de l'avant-dernier tour, puisque le compte à rebours s'est effacé. Maintenant, le temps réglementaire est écoulé et on va rentrer dans ce dernier tour. Est-ce que Eva Morris va trouver l'ouverture sur Rovers pour pouvoir peut-être après attaquer Ashcroft? Ça me semble un petit peu délicat. Et en tout cas, nous sommes dans le dernier tour. Ashcroft mène devant Rovers, Morris, Freeman, Gandour et Mulder.
At the moment, Jeremy Roivers would lead the point standings. Obviously, we haven't got the second half of the drivers out for their final heat races yet. That might be playing on Roivers' mind. Ashcroft has had a DNF through damage, so he has to... Well, where is he? He's third in the points at the moment. So he, you know, neither of these two drivers want to do anything silly. Eva Morris would be sixth in points at the moment. Freeman would be second in points at the moment. But that will all change when the next group of drivers go out. But we're into the final couple of corners. Roivers is as close as he's ever been, but very smart driving. This has been a good, clean race. It's going to be Ashcroft from Roivers and Eva Morris P3, Freeman fourth. Gandour beats Mulders to the line after a great battle. Then Lovett, then Rakowski, Van der Weyken and Lapper. Your top 10: Lars Lambers, Harry Taylor, Lenny Robilo Lagash, and Theo Policand, followed by Charlie King, Matisse Uard, Eason Seng, Louis Ratcliffe, Jensen Chalk, Via Chopra, Adrian Cadal, Antoine Grisel, Sebastian Clark, Mai Tusek, Alex Rachkovsky, Savelli Kogai, Mael Montiero, Mitan Jain, and behind Jain, Archie Rogers, Tyler, Theo Battisti, Ray Haber, Gabriel Alexandrov for Bulgaria, the only driver here representing the Hydrolift racing team. And Gustav Pinturia rounds out the field. The only non-finisher was Nolan Michaud. In the points, 124 points for Roivers, 120 for Freeman, 106 for Ashcroft, 103 for Lovett, 97 Lapper, 96 Morris, 92 Mulder, 89 Robilo Lagash. Here is a look back now. Eva Morris, look at this. Slim Shady for the race lead, turn number one. Round the outside for Jacob Ashcroft. He only needed one move, and it was enough to win him the race. Rayan Gando in the 203 had a good long battle with Harry Freeman. Now this is where Roivers past Morris for second. Morris getting a little bit unsettled over the curb there. Roivers able to pounce. There goes Jeremy into second place. This was the main highlight, the battle between Gandour and Mulder. Chopping and changing plenty of times. Gandour, the Canadian driver, takes P5 at the end? Yes, he was. But there is the checkered flag. Ashcroft, job done, day salvaged for Jacob Ashcroft. Roivers, Morris, Freeman, Gandour and the rest. So the last group of junior drivers are now down on the dummy grid, and they're down on the grid with Jen Wade. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Henry. Hi, Eric. Down here on the grid, melting. You guys are up there, I guess, in air conditioning. In any case, here we are, the afternoon race. Now we've got Dragos on the front row. And behind him, the winner of the last race, Mate. Let's have a look, see if Dragos. I always really try the last name.
CIRCUIT.
I got it, almost. How are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm happy that I did a good qualifying, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the heats.
Of course, it's not so easy when we get up into juniors, is it? A little bit closer competition, a little bit more experience. But what's it like to be back here in Le Mans and be racing at this level now with Junior Max?
Yeah, of course. I'm really happy to be here because also the level is always high every year, and yeah, thanks to my team, they helped me a lot to learn and grow.
Of course, you're racing with the Italian team, MKC, Francesco, the team boss, and some of your drivers really, like yourself, are right at the front today. I think it's impressive. The last few days, they've done a really good job, also in DD2 and in the different classes.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that we are getting better and better every day.
Better every day, of course. Racing in Italy, they're front runners, but in international racing, I think MKC is starting to make a bit more of a statement. It's nice. We're going to say good luck. Thank you. And just a quick one with our friend from Georgia.
Ah, yes, Mate.
Okay, I was waiting for Henry to say something because, you know, you're a little guy, but you're out there. We saw you win the last race. We've seen you on the top of the podium, of course, in the European Series. What's it feel like now? I mean, this was only a dream to be able to do this. To be here in Georgia, karting is not so big, but you really have, I think you spend a lot of weekends away. You're studying also on the road with your dad.
Yeah.
So maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Feels great to be where I'm supposed to be, in my opinion, on top. I've done a lot to be where I am right now, and I'm gonna keep pushing.
Now, when you won that first race, or when you took that first pole position, and suddenly everything's real, and now today we saw you out there leading the race. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind at that point?
Just keep pushing, nothing else. Have to stay consistent, and the wins will come by themselves.
But you're a pretty tough guy. I've seen you driving around in Georgia in the snow. So being in Le Mans, how special is it?
Very special.
We got to say hi to everyone at home, haven't we? To say hi to everyone at home.
Hi everyone in Georgia.
Okay, everyone's watching.
Now, Jen, if you have a look on the fifth row of the grid, the outside of the fifth row, it's a Dan Holland racing kart, number 268. We've got plenty of people watching. It's now late in the night down in Australia and New Zealand. We've only got one driver from New Zealand. There he is, Maxim Kerwin. He's got the All Black crash helmet, like the All Blacks, but really impressive. Very, very good indeed this year.
Big wave to everyone at home, and yeah, no.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said yeah. He's ready to go, Henry. I think he's a little bit nervous. But hi to everyone at home in Australia. Yeah, nah. There he is. And he's playing hard. So we've got lots of people sitting up because it's actually 25 to midnight if you're in Sydney, depending on where you are in Australia.
Well, if you're in Christchurch, New Zealand, or Hamilton, New Zealand. I don't know if he's a North Islander or a South Islander, is Maxim, but it's, it's Friday night, you know. What else are you going to do? Sit down with a couple of tinnies and watch the go-karting?
Well, it's early hours, so I guess that's what they are doing on a Friday night in New Zealand.
Now we've got people. Okay, so people. There's Gert Hidding, Jaden Hidding is at the back of the field for the UAE. Alex Archer is tuning in to support Will Archer, who goes from grid number 13. So plenty of support coming in. Someone from Italy. Now, Italian drivers in this race. Let's have a look. We've got an Italian team on the front row, MKC Motorsport. We haven't got any Italians in this race? No. I tell you what we do. We haven't had anyone from Guadeloupe watching or commenting in on the live track. And you've got Huge Pecchion, kart 297 from Guadeloupe in this race. So it's Dragos Avasalcute, Kai Clark, row 1, Matej Kobakidze, Sebastian Lusch, row 2, Gabriel Canal, Boaz Maximov on row 3, Albert Friend and Luan Seidel, row 4, Vince van der Halen, Maxim Kerwin, row 5. Then Boris Verhaag and Connor Clancy on row 6, Will Archer and JJ Ambrose, row 7, Panustin Monkong, Sun from Thailand and Gabriel Benecki are next. Then Hughes Pekyon and Leonie Her, Alexander Parodi, Yanis Courage, Saad Derence, Owen Baroni, Ethan Griffiths, the only Welshman in the field, Jan van Do, Camille Benchkerun, Kevin Pollock, Charlene Cordier, Vilmos Willisits, Timmy Omerafina, Arthur Gwitz and Jaden Hidding, Sam Mott, Nathan Lecurio and Gustave Duval-Guache.
Allez, la procédure de départ est quasiment terminée. On est parti. Validé ou pas? Oui, c'est validé pour ce départ avec Asvilis Kuiti qui est à l'intérieur. Oh là, il est monté sur le vibreur, il s'est déséquilibré et du coup il a laissé la porte ouverte à Clark Kay qui est donc le leader dans ce premier tour. Ouais, alors qu'il y a eu un accrochage là entre deux cartes, le 280.
That is that's Morocco's Camille Benchekron and I can't see who that is on top of him, just coming off the two. Well, we'll have a look. It's Charlene Cordier. Oh, and that is a front bumper caught both out of the race. Now that was two Slim Shadies for the race lead in consecutive heats at turn number 1. Bravo, Kai Clark. Anything Jacob Ashcroft could do, Kai saying I could do just as well for the KR Sport team as they complete the opening lap. Avasalcute in second, Kobakidze third, Lush, Canal, Maxim Kerwin, obviously there he is, the all-black crash helmet. Wonder if he's going to give anyone the hacker during the drivers' parade. And oh, hello though, the freight train is about to come through. There goes Albert Friend, and Friend following Maximov, Vince van der Halen. Also the Green and White Express, that's a combination of Strawberry Racing and Bouvin Power. As look there, a lot of support from Sun coming in. From Boy Rotax, hello there. And also from William O'Hanlon, Connor Clancy getting plenty of support. Clancy is up to P11 now.
Allez, on a vu que c'était très disputé dans les groupes de chasse avec notamment le 230 Maximov, alors qu'ici on est revenu sur la tête de course avec Asvili Kuiti qui est maintenant dans le pare-choc de Clark Kay et qui va certainement essayer de prendre la trajectoire intérieure en essayant d'écarter un tout petit peu son adversaire. Pour l'instant ça ne marche pas à la faveur de l'épingle juste à la sortie du premier virage, mais il a même perdu une position puisque c'est Kobakidze qui est passé en deuxième position. Asvili Kuiti est donc troisième.
I was going to say, this is looking pretty tasty. Up at the front, 245 at the moment. The 205 kart of Gabriel Canal, the PB kart driver on the red speed chassis. Looking to try and capitalise as we go side by side between Avasalcute and Sebastian Lusch. Aggressive in the early race, he goes for a move to the inside. Now, in heat number 1 this morning, Lusch went for that move and it didn't work. It works now, so he's learning very fast, is Sebastian Lusch. And that does open the door, though, for the cavalry to arrive. The two leaders are trying to escape over the hill, and look at everyone else lining up behind. Maximov losing a place. Van der Halen, Vince van der Halen, and Albert Friend making moves. Oh, there goes Kerwin diving in very, very deep, and he gets it wound up just in time as we look at the 2-2-3 cut. That's Luan Seidel in 11th place. Steen Monkong is right behind him. Meanwhile, the leaders are out on the banking, and again, clean air between them. Third place driver Lush, and Lush is now pulling away from the fourth place battle, which includes just about everybody else.
In a way. Clark Kay qui va boucler un nouveau tour en tête, le leader qui a repris les commandes dans le tour précédent sur Kobakidze et qui surveille maintenant son adversaire direct, alors que derrière Sébastien Lusch est solitaire troisième. Il a bien fait, comme le disait Henry, de s'écarter de la lutte pour la 4e place, parce que derrière le groupe emmené par Gabriel Canal, il est chaud bouillant. Gabriel Canal sous la pression de Van der Halen qui pour l'instant résiste, mais il va falloir s'employer pour le français. Et puis un petit peu plus loin pour les accessibles, pour les places d'honneur, à partir de la 5e position, c'est du grand n'importe quoi, mais au bon sens du terme. Ça n'arrête pas de s'échanger les positions, de s'attaquer. Vous attaquez, vous êtes contré, vous perdez, non, vous gagnez pas, non, vous ne gagnez pas une position, mais vous en perdez 2 ou 3. Voilà, c'est comme ça que ça se passe dans ce groupe de chasse, alors qu'il y a un pilote là qui est parti à la faute. Pendant ce temps-là, Clark Kay est toujours aux commandes sous la menace de Kobakidze.
Out of the final corner, Clark, Kobakidze, a gap to Lush, Canal and Van der Halen. Friend in P6, Kobakidze to the race lead, curve to the restaurant, turn number 1. And can Mate Kobakidze? Well, at the moment, Kobakidze would be third in points. That means he would be second on the grid for the first superheat. Roivers and Freeman are 1 and 2 in the point standings. They would be your pole sitters for the 2 superheats. Kobakidze and Clark would be the outside front row starters for the superheats. Clancy, Ashcroft, Maximov and Avasalkute would be the second row starters for the 2 superheats tomorrow. I've still got a phone that's not mine in the commentary box. You need to come and describe it to me before I think about letting you have it. That's a message for the circuit, not if you're online. Although if you're willing, wherever you're watching online, to come to Le Mans with a chance of potentially getting a free phone, my hat's off to you, sir.
Kobakidze toujours aux commandes de cette manche qualificative, avec une petite avance là qu'il est en train de se ménager, on va dire, sur Clark Kay, qui tente de rester au contact, mais pour l'instant j'ai l'impression qu'il a un petit peu accéléré. Ouais, il vient de signer son meilleur chrono personnel, Kobakidze, avec 3 dixièmes de mieux que Clark Kay, qui essaye de revenir à la faveur de la ligne droite. Derrière, Sébastien Lusch est maintenant quasiment sous la pression de Gabriel Canal, le français. Gabriel Canal qui est en train de faire le forcing pour revenir et pourquoi pas essayer d'aller chercher cette 3e position. Il reste un peu plus de 2 minutes 20 et un tour.
Kobakidze leads Clark. Pulling away now is the Georgian driver. Checks over his shoulder just to see the gap. Knows that he doesn't need to start driving defensively. He doesn't need to run wide though through turn number 3 and clatter over the curbs like he's just done there. That could give Kai Clark a little bit of momentum. Here's the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Canal has now got past Lusch with Van der Halen, the Belgian driver for the Bouvin Power team. That Tony Kart chassis, loitering with intent in 5th position with Clancy, Avasalkute, Friend, Seidel and Kerwin, your top 10.
Allez, Gabriel Canal qui a réussi à passer, à mettre la pression sur Sébastien Lusch, qui a commis une petite erreur. Il a écarté au virage des 2 arbres. Et attention, il reprend de façon autoritaire là. Il repousse Gabriel Canal, il le repousse de façon autoritaire et de fait le français a été obligé d'écarter. Et ce sont et Lusch et Van der Halen qui sont passés en 3e et 4e position. C'est Gabriel Canal est désormais 5e.
I mean, that was ambitious from Sebastian Lusch. He finds himself running at the sharp end for the Sam Pollock Racing team here at an international event, and now it's a question of just timing your moves right. You've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And we've got a battle. Kai Clark comes through and takes the race lead from Mate Kobakidze. 30 seconds left on the race clock. Next time around, it'll be 1 lap to go. What can the Georgian do about 267 Kai Clark, who already begins his defence? The question is now, how quickly will Vince van der Halen close in?
Allez, Kai Clark qui est repassé aux commandes de cette manche de qualification. Mais Kobakidze n'a certainement pas dit son dernier mot. On est dans les deux derniers tours pour savoir qui va remporter cette dernière manche. Et derrière, eh bien, on a toujours le groupe de poursuivants avec Van der Haal, Lush et Canal qui eh bien, s'est fait un petit peu malmener il y a quelques instants et qui tente de revenir au contact dans quelques instants. Ça va être le dernier tour emmené par Clark Kay qui est donc le leader. Dernier tour.
Don't count out third place driver Vince van der Halen. Clark defends into turn number 1. Van der Halen's got momentum. Will he try to cut underneath him coming out of turn number 3? No, Clark doesn't give him the opportunity because he doesn't defend. Therefore, Kobakidze's not offline. The next opportunity I think will probably be, Van der Halen gets a wheel on the curb coming out of turn number 8. Has that cost him? Watch the third place kart now. He'll come down. Kobakidze defending. I think that might give Kai Clark all the momentum he needs. Van der Halen will try the crossover, I am sure. He cuts underneath. Watch coming out of the final corner through Paddock Bend. Can he get to the inside? Side by side for P2. Not quite. Clark wins, and behind them across the line, Clancy passes Lush for 5th. So it's Kai Clark, Mate Kobakidze, Vince van der Halen, Gabriel Canal, Connor Clancy, your top 5. Lush just beats Avishal Kute to the line. Friend in 8th, Maximov 9th, Luan Seidel 10th, Panustin Monkong is 11th, then Will Archer, Maxim Kerwin, JJ Ambrose, Vilmos, Willisits from Hungary in 15th, then Boris Verhaag, Owen Baroni, Gabriel Benecki, and Guadalupe Hugh Pekion. 19th, Yanis Courage rounds out your top 20 ahead of Jan van Du and Wales's Ethan Griffiths, Timio Marafina, Alexander Parodi, Jaden Hidding, Nathan Lequiro, Kevin Pollock and Sam Mott were next. And provisionally it means Jeremy Roivers is your leader at the intermediate classification stage. He will start Superheat A from pole position, Harry alongside Mate Kobakidze. Harry Freeman will start Superheat B on pole position alongside Kai Clark. Connor Clancy, Boaz Maximov, Dragos Avishal Kute and Jacob Ashcroft will start from the second row of the grid in the 2 superheats. Now, there's that round the outside, and of course, Avishal Kute getting caught up on the curb, and here's that first round the outside move, and unfortunately, the race only lasted 2 corners for Morocco's Kamil Benchakroun and France's Charlene Cordier. Kerwin getting stuck in, and there is Lush in the 236 kart and Canal in the 205. As you look now, Vince van der Halen, there is Vince there squeezing Avishal Kute a little bit wide. Kerwin going in deep on Boaz Maximov. They both end up losing out. What a move from Kobakidze there, just to the inside. Clark can't do anything about that. That was Lush just getting ambitious. It let Van der Halen pass both Lush and Gabriel Canal, but Kai Clark controlling the pace, eventually winning by nearly a full second as Connor Clancy passes his teammate Luch, who was wheel to wheel, side by side with poleman Avasilkute, and they cross the line. Junior heats for the week are over. Minimax is up next. Jen Wade is down on the grid.
Alrighty, well, I have found the best place on the grid under the umbrella, but it's not, is it, Nick? It's sunny.
Yeah, I know. It's sunny.
Are you having any fun? Of course, we're a little bit further back on the last row, but you have lots of opportunities for overtaking.
Yeah, but I got pushed out by many people, and
that's what happens.
What?
That's racing, huh?
Yeah.
That's racing?
Yeah, that's racing. Like.
Okay, we're going to say good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for the umbrella while I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now I have to just send out one message because we're missing a trolley. And it's little Robin's trolley. So everyone has seen Robin's ace trolley. Hey Robin, you missed your trolley.
What?
You missed your trolley. Where is it?
I don't know.
He doesn't know where it is. So if anyone's seen Robin's trolley in your van or your truck, it has the words ACE on it, and someone's taken Robin's trolley. So he doesn't have to push his go-kart around. Please let us know at box 10.
Well, you've got to give his trolley back because his mechanic is really old with a bad back, and that will not help.
I'm sorry, Henry, I didn't hear you.
I said Robin's mechanic is very old and he has a bad back, so therefore you must give his trolley back.
Actually, Robin's mechanic will probably want to speak with whoever brings the trolley back, but we're happy to sign autographs and take photos if you'd like to bring it back.
Well, I mean, I don't mind signing autographs and taking photos. But I mean, I'm not related to Robin. Thank you very much.
We're going to say good luck, but if anyone sees Robin's trolley with ACE on it, please bring it back, because the little boy's got to push his go-kart around the paddock and back from the Parc Fermé. Okay, here we go. There's a world number one, Joshua Cook. How are you? He's good. There he is. There's Austin, world number 3 as well. Alrighty. Lots of champions on the grid, but we're going to let them go, and I'm going to get off the grid. Good luck to Emerson and good luck to Riley on the front row.
Allez, les pilotes de la catégorie mini qui sont en attente des ordres de la direction de course, qui sont tous regroupés sur cette pré-grille avec McAndrew Uren qui va s'élancer depuis la pole position, le numéro 102, il aura à ses côtés Riley Muro, le numéro 122. Voilà, ils sont là, vous les voyez en gros plan à l'image, ils attendent le drapeau vert qui ne saurait trop tarder maintenant, puisque on va partir à 16h logiquement. Et du côté de cette course, eh bien, contrairement aux autres catégories, puisque là on est sur les catégories les plus inférieures du plateau de ce rendez-vous RMCIT, eh bien on va partir sur un schéma de 8 minutes plus un tour, donc on enlève 1 minute au temps réglementaire dans cette catégorie mini, et ça sera la même chose pour la catégorie micro qui suivra juste après. Allez, on attend encore quelques secondes, mais logiquement on devrait retrouver les pilotes très rapidement en piste. Le soleil est de la partie, on annonçait de la pluie voire des orages, pour l'instant il n'en est rien, on croise les doigts, on espère que tout cela va tenir au moins jusqu'à la fin des manches qualificatives, histoire de ne pas un petit peu perturber le déroulement de cet après-midi. Et voilà, c'est fait, c'est parti, tour de formation et tour de chauffe pour cette catégorie mini qui s'élance à l'instant.
Yes, here we go then. Emerson McAndrew Uren, Riley Murrow. They came together in the opening heat of the day. Alfie Ward and Leo Livings on row 2. Alfie Mir and Oliver Spencer on row 3. Spencer currently leads the point standings quite comfortably with 94 points. So the SP Motorsport driver, cart number 142, needs to just be calm and collected. Can afford to not battle for every position. Julian Duema, Marc-Andre Casada are next. Austin Oman, Achilles Peruzzi round out the top 10. Attica Mia, Eddie Duncan, Tom Reed, Josh Cormack, Joshua Cook, Maria Roberto, Soren Gallagher, Leon Herberts, Ryan White, Harry Ratcliffe, Arthur Farrow, Ari Kallenberg, Max Jolly, Enzo Landry, Lucian Smith, Sebastian Behrman, Robin Raikkonen, Tristan Abeels. Tristan Abeels' sister Femke is his mechanic, the only brother-sister duo here on the same kart. Then it's Khalid Medouini, Tren Van Malik, Alex Baroni, Felix Chang, Amande Latour Tuesta and Nikola Georgievich. And this is going to be 8 minutes plus 1 lap.
Allez, le peloton qui revient sous la conduite de McAndrew Uren qui a accéléré, qui vérifie que son homologue est bien à ses côtés. C'est parti, très bon départ de McAndrew Uren qui se met milieu de piste pour protéger son entrée dans le premier virage et il passe sans problème alors que derrière, Muro a perdu 1 voire 2 places dans ce premier virage. Alors qui a réussi à se faufiler? On va le savoir dans quelques instants, mais en tout cas, bon départ pour McAndrew Uren.
Out of the already Robin Reicher's got more problems. Well, and off there's a big traffic jam. The 128 cart, that's Ari Kallenberg going off, and it does appear as though Raikkonen is breaking down. So we had an engine problem, we had a bent axle, the chassis snapped. Yes, I was speaking to the Kart Shop Switzerland team. They said we've run out of things to break this weekend. Not Robin's fault, just if it could go wrong, it has gone wrong this weekend for Robin Raikkonen, and to compound his misery, now someone's half-inched his trolley, which is there, but no, he's going to continue on, but all sorts of problems. The choke was on the kart last time, which is why he pitted at the start of the last heat race. However, I mean, who am I to give Robin Raikkonen any advice? What I would say is that these are the weekends that really make you as a driver. He's going to be in the final. He'll probably be starting 33rd, 34th. If you've got 25th fastest kart, then really, if you finish 24th, that's a victory when all things are considered. Now, the SFR Motorsport team are making moves. There's Alfie Mir coming under pressure from Riley Murrow. But up front, it is Emerson McAndrew Uren and Alfie Ward.
Riley Moreau qui est passé en 3e position. On le voyait très insistant depuis quelques instants alors que derrière ça se bouscule également. Là on arrive à 3 de front là sur le premier freinage avec notamment le numéro 142 à savoir Oliver Spencer qui essaye de prendre la meilleure position. Pendant ce temps-là, en tête de la course, pas de changement pour McAndrew Uren qui est installé confortablement aux commandes. Alfie Ward est lancé à sa poursuite et Riley Murrow va tenter lui aussi de rejoindre les 2 pilotes qui sont devant lui. Il y a une dizaine de mètres d'écart environ. Et on va voir si Riley Murrow, qui semblait très très rapide et très insistant derrière Alfie Mir, va être en mesure de faire la jonction avec les 2 pilotes qui sont devant lui.
Now, to give you an idea of just how badly Emerson McAndrew Uren's week has gone so far, after setting pole position, should he win this race, he would still not be in the top 8 in points overall. Spark plug went dead on the dummy grid for Heat 1 yesterday. Leading collision with Riley Murrow this morning. trying to salvage something. Murrow is P3, and Murrow is P3 on the road and P3 in the points at the moment. Spencer leads the points on 132. Alfie Ward on 119. Murrow on 114. Alfie Mayer on 108. Leo Livings 8 at the moment. He's on 102, and then it's Tom Reed on 101, the Cookie Monster. Last year's Grand Finals champion in Micromax and winner of this event, Josh Cook, is 7th, and Lucian Smith 8. It's going to be tricky to get a view of Josh Cook's seat, the inside of his seat, unless we do it on the dummy grid. But he has a deal with Greyhound Seats, and they've designed a special seat with the Sesame Street's The Cookie Monster eating his way through the seat. The graphic is absolutely fantastic for the Cookie Monster. The 125 cart, that Formula K chassis, Julian Duema, driver for the M-Tech Praga team. Formula K, just the same chassis as IPK Karting Praga. So he is there in the number 125 car, and Duema is 9th.
Allez, on voit dans le cœur du peloton qu'il y a une grosse bagarre là entre Oman, Livings, Dummer, Cook. C'est très très disputé autour de la 7e position environ, alors que devant, eh bien, les choses sont un petit peu plus calmes et un petit peu plus clair, avec toujours la domination de McAndrew Uren qui doit absolument gagner cette manche qualificative pour se rapprocher du top 8. Lui qui a connu des mésaventures sur les manches qualificatives précédentes, il doit absolument finir cette manche qualificative et surtout garder cette position de pointe qui lui permet de marquer des points importants. Juste derrière lui, on retrouve Alfie Ward qui semble être un petit peu plus rapide, qui semble se rapprocher, alors que Riley Muro en 3e position vient de signer le meilleur tour en course. Riley Muro, attention, il est très très chaud comme jeune pilote. On va voir ce que ça va donner. Il reste encore 2 minutes 30 et un tour à parcourir.
Matthias Vakreen on the live chat supporting Ollie Spencer, who is doing exactly what he needs to do. He is running P4. He's not challenging the leaders, but he does have a couple of kart lengths advantage over Mayer in 5th and Reed in 6th, and he's protecting pole position for the superheat. There he is in that orange, white and black SP Motorsport machine. Spencer doesn't need to engage. Now, he doesn't want to fall too far down the order, because Alfie Ward on 119 points is second, and he's second on the road in this race as well. But as long as Spencer stays in the top 5, it doesn't matter what Alfie Ward does. He is on pole for the superheat, and that is what matters. Out of the banking through turn 12, Murrow closing in on Ward in the slipstream. Now Murrow signalling to Ward, saying, look, don't defend, and then Alfie Ward gets distracted, runs a bit wide. This could force Murrow to try and make a move. The Sam Pollitt Racing team. Now Murrow into Ward slipstream. He is pushing him down the straight, then he looks to the inside. Ward gives him room, and we got a new second place driver behind them. Reed now 5th, chasing Spencer. Mayer 6th, Oman 7th, Cook 8th, Cormac 9th, Duema 10th, Peruzzi 11th, Livings, Duncan, Eddie Duncan, a great drive for Duncan, P13, Lucian Smith, Mark Andrea Quesada, Ryan White, Harry Ratcliffe, Sebastian Behrman, Attica Mia, and the top 20 rounded out by food drivers, Alex Baroni.
Allez, on a vu que Muro était passé sur Alfie Ward. Alfie Ward qui n'a pas besoin forcément de réagir. Il est bien placé pour la qualification, la manche qualification, la Super Heat de demain. Il sera en 2e position, donc ce qui lui permet peut-être de gérer cette fin de course, alors que derrière, au fond de l'image, vous le voyez, entre Oliver Spencer et Tom Reed, ça continue de se frictionner. pour l'instant bien malin qui pourrait dire qui va terminer devant l'autre. Pendant ce temps-là, McAndrew Uren, lui se pose pas de questions, il déroule, il est toujours aux commandes, il n'a pas été inquiété de la course, et Riley Muro qui est passé en deuxième position, encore un tour pour éventuellement effectuer la jonction et venir lui contester la victoire, mais ça me semble compliqué, il y a quand même un petit écart à boucher, ça sera pas forcément le plus simple.
Sadly, Maria Roberto didn't take the start, I don't think, or she didn't complete a lap. So I do hope the young lady with the fantastic Alice in Wonderland graphics kit on her crash helmet is okay. Hopefully she'll be back fighting fit tomorrow. Raikkonen still 33rd, Abiel's 32nd, Gallagher down to 31st, La Tortuesta, Ferro, Djordjevic, Chang, Medwidi outside the top 25. Max Jolly only 22nd. Alex Baroni is the biggest mover in the race. No, Lucian Smith is the biggest mover in the race, from 25th to 12th. For driver number 144, the KR Sport driver Lucian Smith. And now Riley Murrow with half a lap to go, closing in on Emerson McAndrew Uren, but Emerson looks over his shoulder. He knows that Riley is not close enough to make a move. Finally, a race goes to plan for last year's runner-up Emerson McAndrew Uren. He takes the checkered flag. Murrow second, Ward third, and with that pass, Riley Murrow takes second in the point standings, behind Oliver Spencer, who comes home in P4. Ahead of Alfie May, Tom Reed, Austin Oman, Josh Cook, Josh Cormack, and Achilles Peruzzi. And it's going to be provisionally Spencer and Murrow, row 1 of the Superheat. Ward and May, row 2 of the Superheat. Reed and Cook, row 3. Lucian Smith and Leo Livings on row 4 for tomorrow's Superheat. But Emerson McAndrew Uren finally getting a clean race where he can show the prodigious speed that both he and that Dan Holland racing kart possesses. Hello to Tater Tot 710 from America. New to the sport, this is awesome. Well, thank you, Tater Tot. You're watching the Rotax International Trophy. It is one of the qualifying events for the biggest party in world karting, the Rotax Grand Finals, which this year takes place in Bahrain. So I'll explain a little bit as you watch the highlights of this Minimax race. Every driver here, and there are 342 of them, including 2 from the United States in Senior and DD2, are using Rotax Max engines. The Micro Max drivers and the Minimax drivers use smaller engines. Then the juniors, the seniors use all the same Rotax 125 engine, different restrictors. Then you have the DD2 and the DD2 Masters. They're the 2-speed Rotax karts. Front brakes, 2 gears. DD2 Masters for the age of 31 and over. The idea is simple. In Rotax racing, whether it's your national championship or continental events like this, you all have to, you're trying to win the race, obviously, but the champions at the end of each year get a ticket to the Grand Finals, where you represent not your team or your chassis manufacturer, but your country. You have to be a champion, and at that event at the end of the year, Rotax provides you with a brand new kart, brand new engine. It's all equal, and it's a case of may the best driver win. That is Rotax racing in a nutshell, Tater Tots watching online. Jen way down on the pits as Bring the Noise, Keish Moyes joins us on the live chat.
down on the grid. Of course, we've got lots of people tuning in today. So make sure all your friends and your family send us a message on the live stream. I'm looking. Dian. Hello?
Hello.
Hiding underneath your visor.
Yeah. So hot.
It is hot, isn't it? How hot do you think it is?
I don't know, 30 degrees, completely opposite to Britain. But there's a nice chillax breeze, so it's okay.
How hot is it when you're out there, or you don't really feel it?
Well, it's quite hot because I come off and my legs are soaking. I'm like, what? But when I'm out there, I just zoned in and I can't feel anything.
No, you can't feel anything because your foot is full gas and you're only focused on what you're doing. So you're not thinking about how hot it is. And we were all watching and melting. You know what you need?
Well, I've got to power through, do my best and see what I can do.
He needs an ice cream is what he needs.
I reckon he needs an ice cream and he needs a bucket of water to put his feet in.
I'll go get ice cream after, go to the hotel, jump in the swimming pool, and then laugh at the river.
No, he's going to come to the drivers' parade after this. He's not going anywhere. Don't let him tell you any different, Jen.
We don't want anyone running away going swimming because we've got the drivers' parade. Okay? So you better take off your suit, let it dry out, and then we see you later for the drivers' parade, which everyone can see on social media. We're going to say good luck, stay cool, stay calm, and we'll see you after the race at the ice cream truck.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a nice little conversation. Anyone else want to say hi? Hi to their family, hi to their friends?
Well, Chloe McGill.
Where is she?
Row 11, cart number 15. Her nan Linda is watching from Scotland.
Nice.
She is, where is she? She's just behind you, I think. Let's have a look. Opposite cart number 19.
Oh.
So she's just behind you. There she is. She's waving in cart number 15. She wants to say in a nice Scottish dialect, "Hello, Auntie Linda. Hello."
It's hi to everyone at home and thanks for supporting through your journey. So nice. And how many people are watching, do you think?
Big out there.
That's really a lot of supporters. Okay, I lose connection, but we're going to move away.
Sorry about that, Jen. A bit too far back. A lot of people tuning in from around the world. Albie J. Stubbs, cart number 96. He injured his hand in a nasty crash, but he's been really toughing it out all the way through. I mean, these drivers, so Arlo Gamble, Arthur Bowers, and Oliver Woodall were all 7 at the start of the year, and they are now racing at this level. But at the front there, Ava Lawrence. Is Ava? Ask Ava if she's going to be. Well, I'm not going to ask Ava anything because they're about to go racing. But is Ava going to win? Win on the road? Is she going to win for the girls? That's the question we got to ask.
Let's see. Are you going to win for the girls, Ava? Yes, she said she is. She gave us the nod.
That's all that matters.
She's got her finger on the button. She's ready to go.
Hello, Keish Moyes. Bring the noise, Keish Moyes, a driver watching who's been to the grand finals. People tuning in that are absolutely brand new to karting. The Rotax Grand Finals, if you look up, type into YouTube. When you finish watching this, obviously, not now, remember this, Rotax Grand Finals, some of the films that are made about that event are mind-blowingly good. World-class films, world-class cinematography to show the journeys that these drivers are on. These are the youngest members of the Rotax family, 8 years to about 10, 11, warming the tyres, completely against the rules, but you can't give everyone a penalty. They're just checking their steering. They're not warming their tyres. They're checking their steering works.
Road to ice cream shop.
Yes, route to the ice cream
Let
shop.
me get through.
Ava Lawrence and Guido Ebeghenyi on the front row. Charlie Page, Jamie Septier on row 2. Albie J. Stubbs, Benedictus Masiokas, row 3. Dean Pahal, Connor Haufer, row 4. Jan Wozniak, Harris Barber, row 5. Samar Chopra, Franisek Malik, row 6. Luka Radenkovic and Jules Chesh. Then Alfie Garrett, Noah C. Hopefully Alfie's family, Kerry Probert, was trying to watch it quietly in work. Well, don't know about that's going to be any use to you. You're going to have to be jumping up and down at your desk. Vicente Silva from Portugal, he was having support online earlier on. As we look for the next driver, that is Toby Biggs, Dax Farah, Timothy Pieta. Then it is Arlo Gamble, Chloe McGill, Pedro Faria, Marjan Dokic from Montenegro. Then Albert Ferro, Makita Zakharchenko, Elia Dekrida, then Kenzo Greenhut, Nikola Radotic, Oliver Woodall, George Piala, Mikhailo Burda, Arthur Bowers and Maximilian Rachkovsky. There's the biggest, well, you can't see it, Guido Ebeghenyi in cart number 13 for MLC Motorsport. The biggest smile in British karting, in the world karting rather. And some of these drivers have got fans from all over the world. I get a message from a fan of Dean Pahals who lives in Italy, who watches British karting and just enjoys watching the drivers and is a fan of Dean Pahal as we go into the tram line and we go racing once again.
Allez, Eva Lawrence qui est parti, qui a lancé cette manche qualificative et qui va garder pour l'instant la trajectoire idéale pour ressortir du virage numéro 1 aux avant-postes. Derrière, en revanche, c'est très très serré, ça se bouscule un petit peu, mais pour l'instant tout le monde passe sans problème. C'est bien là le principal, et on a toujours Jenny qui est en deuxième position, la première ligne, qui a gardé sa hiérarchie avec Eva Lawrence et Guido Ebeghenyi qui reste en deuxième position avec Charlie Page juste derrière en troisième position.
Yeah, Guido Ebeghenyi. Mum is from Serbia, dad is from Mexico, lives in the UAE and about to move to Italy. He's a very, and again, such an engaging young man. Well, he's going to have to engage in battle with a driver that he knows very well from the UAE Rotax Max Challenge, which again is going to be live streamed this year, the Rotax Invitational in September. New development out in the UAE, so get your entries in for that one. Guido Ebeghenyi and Ava Lawrence battle all season regularly. Warning flag for Samar Chopra, as the field again has been very, very sensible through the first two laps. Charlie Page has 134 points, as 135 as things stand. Ava Lawrence second, Albie J. Stubbs third, Benedictus Masiokas fourth, Dean Singh Pahal fifth. That's the point standings. They will change the order as each position changes on track, and we have got live point standings up here in the commentary box as we look at Masiokas chasing Pahal. Ebeghenyi now has the race lead. Lawrence, Page, Jamie Septier. For France is P4, then Pahal 5th. Watch Page and Septier move past Lawrence. Great Micromax driving. That is, with Pahal and Stubbs next in line.
Et Charlie Page est passé en deuxième position parce que derrière ça s'anime un petit peu. Derrière Ebeghenyi qui a pris le leadership, et bien Charlie Page est en deuxième position et derrière c'est très très serré. On voit que Ava Lawrence est maintenant aux alentours de la sixième ou septième position. Ça a été très très disputé à l'entrée de ce nouveau tour, et pour l'instant les positions ont quelque peu évolué. On va attendre que tout le monde repasse sur la ligne de chronométrage pour faire le point, parce que là franchement ça a bougé dans dans tous les sens. Ici on voit le numéro 23, c'est Singh Pahal qui était pointé 5e et qui est dans l'aspiration de Benedictas. Alors le nouveau passage, Ebergeni, Charlie Page et Jamie Septier. Voilà, c'est ce qui me semblait, mais j'attendais confirmation. Le français Jamie Septier, donc le numéro 86, est 3e.
Now, Jamie Septier, we've been talking a lot about the drivers from the UK, from the UAE. French driver, Jamie Septier, driver number 86 on a Praga chassis for the Kart Pro Racing team. Now, I have to be corrected, but I think Jamie Septier was due to use an engine from JMD Power, whose factory had a terrible factory fire. They lost absolutely everything. Force Motorsport in the UK, Jordan Baines' team of engine builders, they came to the rescue. They've got a number of drivers out there. I think Dia Pahal is another one of the Force drivers, and so Jamie Septier having a really good run, even though Jordan Baines from Force Motorsport isn't here this weekend. Do you know why he's not here? Because he went to an Oasis concert in the UK on Friday. And he hasn't been seen since. He's still walking around going mad for it. Yeah, money, mad for it. That's what he's doing. We've lost him to karting. As we look at Guido Ebergeni and Charlie Page leading at the moment with Septier, Masioka, Stubbs, Pahal, Lawrence, Harris Barber, Jan Wozniak. At that corner there, you can see the black tyre marks leading into the barriers at the top of the banking. That was Jan Wozniak's kart with him under it earlier on this morning. Brave young man, the pole in kart number 94. Alfie Garrett is 10th. Then it's Pharaoh, Haufer, Chesh, Chopra, McGill, C, Faria, Silva, Woodall. So the best of the drivers that started the year aged just 7. Oliver Woodall is 19th, Arlo Gamble 25th and Arthur Bowers 26th.
Et Charlie Page toujours en deuxième position dans l'échappement d'Ebergeni qui attend peut-être son heure pour porter l'attaque fatidique qui lui permettra d'aller chercher la victoire, alors que derrière dans le groupe de chasse entre Singh Pahal, Lawrence, Barber et Wozniak, c'est plus que chaud bouillant là. On a les quatre qui sont roue dans roue et à mon avis la hiérarchie est loin d'être définitive. Alors pour l'instant aux avant-postes on a toujours évidemment Ebergeni qui avec son carte numéro 13 mène la danse. Les choses sont bien faites puisque le 13 est juste devant le 14, à savoir Charlie Page et Jamie Septier, le numéro 88 qui est revenu au contact quasiment des deux hommes de tête, des deux garçons de tête. Est-ce que l'on va avoir un rebondissement? Il reste un peu moins de 1 minute 45 à parcourir, c'est-à-dire qu'on doit être à peu près à 2 tours et demi de la fin de cette manche qualificative. Oh, et c'est chaud, c'est chaud. Charlie Page est de plus en plus menaçant sur le leader.
Now Charlie Page, he's part of the Matt Scheuer driver development program, but he does run as a privateer. It's just him. I think Danny Sweeney is from Aurum Racing Engines helping out, but he's a privateer entry, one kart, one awning. I think he's got there's younger siblings, so it's part awning, part office for his mum to work, and part creche, as well as kart workshop. Page in the number 14 kart leads the point standings at the moment, 138 points. LBJ Stubbs second. Oh, now was that a neck brace that just came flying off one of the karts? I think it was, and I think it belonged to LBJ Stubbs. There is LBJ Stubbs already nursing a injured hand, and now no neck brace, which has come flying off. I don't know if that will cause an issue in post-race scrutineering. He obviously had it on going out. It's mandatory, you have to wear one, but it has fallen off. It's at the side of the final corner. We've got 10 seconds to go. Here are your top four. Stubbs in third, looking at Charlie Page for P2. Septier is right there. What a drive. Jamie Septier fourth. Masiokas is fifth. Then a gap back to Pahal, Garrett, Lawrence, Farrow and Barber. That is your top 10. Guido Ebergenyi.
Charlie Page est passé en tête à l'attaque du premier virage. Charlie Page qui prend les commandes devant Ebergenyi, et derrière, eh bien, c'est oh là 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 là, c'est chaud bouillant entre les quatre garçons là qui sont aux avant-postes, avec Septier qui pour l'instant ferme la marche, mais finalement cette position elle est peut-être la meilleure, parce que j'ai l'impression que devant ça va encore se frictionner et il pourrait bien en profiter. Le français pour l'instant, Charlie Page, donc mène la danse. Nous sommes dans le dernier tour. Attention au bout de la ligne droite au freinage avant le virage du Technopark.
Now, here's the battle of the lead. Page defends. Ebergenyi, watch Stubbs try to do the crossover now. And Masiokas catches them. It's a 5-cart train. Behind them, Dian Pahal's trying to hold off about 10 carts. Masiokas passes Septi on the run to the line. 3 wide. Who gets it? Page by 700ths of a second for Charlie Page. Albie J. Stubbs P2. Guido Ebergenyi slips to third at the end. Benedictus Masiokas passes Jamie Septier on the run to the line. Dian Pahal 6th, Ava Lawrence 7th. Then we have Albert Farrow, Alfie Garrett, Kerry Probert, go back to work now. Hope your boss didn't catch you watching in the office. Albert Farrow, Harris Barber 10th, Connor Haufer, Jan Wozniak, Samar Chopra, Jules Chesh, Noah C, the top 15, Pedro Faria from Brazil 16th, Chloe McGill 17th, and Dax Farah, Vicente Silva, Maximilian Rachkovsky, Toby Biggs, Franisek Malik, Timothy Pieta, Kenzo Greenhut. Now the youngster, the really young drivers: Arthur Bowers 25th, Arlo Gamble 26th, and Luka Radenkovic and Mikita Zakharenko. And look at that, all 34 drivers running at the end. Back to Oliver Woodhall, who at one point was right up in the top 20, has fallen down. Now, you look at that race, and if you're new to karting, you look at that, and then look at the drivers getting out of the kart. This is an adult sport in everything about it. The only thing is, the vast majority of participants here are children. Okay, Kerry Probert's boss, you can turn the volume up now. I apologise on Kerry Probert's behalf. Please don't demote her or give her a written warning or send her to HR. She was watching Alfie Garrett finish 8th in an international go-kart race. Signed, Rotax. There we are. There's a move from Masiokas on Dian Pahal. Now look at Stubbs. At this point, Stubbs has got... There is the neck brace falling off RBJ Stubbs' car. And look at this battle now between Page, Ebergenyi and Stubbs, as clean as a whistle as well. I'm not sure what the scrutineering team will say. I don't know the regulations, but 3 wide to the line. Now, 3 heat races to go today, ladies and gentlemen. They're all for the seniors. Jen Wade is going to be down the grid. I was saying earlier, so drivers at the back of the grid moving forward. The microphone won't make it down to the back of the grid, so we can't really hear from them. But Sean Butcher has made up 101 places in 4 races. Lewis Gilbert, 81 places in 4 races. Tom Langlois, 73 places in 4 races. That is impressive. Jen, lots to talk about. not every one of the senior drivers will make the superheat. There are 108 entries, only 72 places in tomorrow's superheat. So we are saying goodbye on track to some of these drivers in the next 3 races.
There are a few making that, so I guess not interested to talk to me. Are you? Don't want to talk to me? Okay.
Don't give him a choice. Tell him to shove a microphone under his hooter and tell him to speak.
Okay.
Who is he? I'll speak to him now. Right, come here, young man. BB cards. Go on.
Don't speak English. Which language?
French.
Okay, tell us in French about your weekend so far, your week so far. How is it going?
Yes.
French.
C'est un peu compliqué pour l'instant, mais j'ai eu beaucoup d'accrochages. J'ai un accrochage en manche 1 et la dernière manche aussi, mais bon, c'était ma première course en international, donc on verra bien. Après, bon, je vais profiter et puis voilà. Hein.
A little bit complicated.
Yes.
Okay. This. Anyway, we're going to say good luck.
Thanks.
Nice to have you here. Merci.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got a little bit of English out of him. Okay, I'm looking for someone. Who am I looking for? All right, so everyone's hiding. Okay, juniors, no problem. Micro Mini, happy to talk to me. What about Macaulay Bishop? Where is he? He's not on the grid. Where is Macaulay Bishop? There he is. I thought maybe he's chickened out, but I don't think so. Here he comes. Okay, so Henry, we've had a couple of really, really good battles, and you know what happens in the end. Matthew's at the front. Matthew Higgins and his teammate. And his other teammate, Macaulay Bishop, is coming along with his dad in the go-kart. And if we just watch here, we will see. Okay, then we have Jort van Wijk, also from the Netherlands. Our French drivers, lots of French drivers on the grid. Hi Macaulay, I thought you were missing in action. What happened?
When?
Just now, you're putting the tyres on, the last few details.
I was a bit late to the grid, but I got in time.
You got here in time. Isn't it hot? I know you've been there cooling down.
Yeah, a bit too hot for my liking, to be honest.
Yeah. A little bit different to London weather?
Well, apparently it's hot in the UK right now, but I don't know, I don't know.
You're here. Now, you've turned on a little bit of spectacular racing the last couple of days. Sometimes I really just want to understand what you're thinking, Macaulay, when you're out there, because you actually make moves that nobody's expecting you to make. Maybe you could just give us a little bit of insight into what's happening when you're out there. What are you thinking? You're sitting with these guys, understanding what they're doing, strategy, just a little bit, because we've known you since you're little tiny Tucker at the grand finals. You almost won it the first time you showed up. What can you tell us?
Not a lot. I mean, if I see a gap, I'll just go for it and pray it works out. But if it don't, then I crash. But most of the time it does. So just try and keep myself out of trouble.
I'd say you're one of those guys on the edge.
Yeah, that's where I feel comfortable.
Okay, for anyone in front of him, that's where he feels comfortable, on the edge. But Macaulay, really, sometimes overtaking is impressive. There's a lot of drivers that would like to do that, but they hesitate. What happens? How did you get to that point where you don't hesitate?
I don't know, just it's kind of natural.
It is natural. Lots of driving, lots of experience, I think, from when you're young. And of course, you're driving always in the UK against some of these guys that are unbelievable. They're driving nearly every week.
Yeah, so it's quite aggressive in the UK. So, I mean, if you ain't overtaken, then you're getting overtaken. That's pretty much the rule. So yeah, we just carry it over to when we race against European people.
And how old are you now?
16.
16. Okay, so there we go. little bit of insight into Macaulay Bishop, because really, if you watch him on the racetrack, you never know when he's going to show up, which side, inside, outside, but usually on the white line.
Yeah, hopefully I'm doing the overtaking, not getting overtaken, but I mean, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. We appreciate your time, because it's an interesting conversation always with Macaulay. And okay, so who else have we got here? Oh my goodness, look at that panel. That's spectacular. Casper, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine. That is really fancy. Is that your own design?
No.
It's beautiful.
That's cosmic design.
Fantastic. Very, very nice. Okay, how's everything going?
Not fine.
Okay, it's not fine. So let's just talk about what you're going to do tonight. Have dinner, relax a little.
Go ahead and gain some positions.
Of course, you're going to go ahead and gain some positions, and we're going to say good luck. Keep your head down, because he's so tall. Waiting for it to rain, I guess. Alrighty, who else have we got here? Who's on the grid? Yeah, there's Christopher. Hi, Chris. He's not looking. Sean Butcher. Sean, I think...
101 overtakes in 4 races, Jen.
More overtakes than in the history of National Trophy. Sean Butcher. Hiding underneath the hat. More overtakes than anyone in the history of the International Trophy, I think, Sean. I know you said you wanted a challenge, but this is not the kind of challenge I guess we expected. How's it going? How's it going? Henry said more overtakes than probably anyone in the history of the event.
Yeah, I mean, still got a few more to go to get to the end goal, but yeah, it's been good so far, so hopefully just keep riding it.
Because for anyone that doesn't know, seeing we weren't live, there was a little bit of a problem in qualifying when the gate has a limit when you can go out, and if you're not out in that time, within a few minutes, then obviously you go down to the bottom. So now you've had to work your way back from here. But you're feeling good?
Still feeling good. Hopefully getting this.
Okay, all the Aussies there, and British drivers as well. He's kind of an Aussie / British. Okay, alrighty, we're going to move to the front of the grid. I think, if I'm honest, Henry, there's a little bit of tension, because we know that this is the point where some of the drivers of more than 100 will actually go home. Well, they won't go home, because we're going to have the driver's presentation, which you can watch on social media.
Yeah, interesting, some good bucket hat game by a lot of people here, I have to say. Impressive bucket hat game. Jen, there's a couple of mechanics. Have you spotted a mechanic with a particularly good bucket hat? Because it's always good to get the mechanics on the live stream, because they love talking, really,
okay.
Honestly they do. Find a good bucket hat.
Okay, I found it. It's here, Colombia.
No, it's not me. I'm not Colombian.
No, but on your hat. We were only looking at your hat. Yeah. There you go.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay, there's the bucket hat to rival Sean Butcher.
Yes, good colour scheme there. It's interesting, people coming together in the live chat. Dan Holland Racing, Time Racing Engines, they're prolific at the front of the field, and it does create a level of bitterness amongst some of the people they regularly beat. But what I would say is just work harder. This event, as so many other international events, they've got an international team of technical scrutineers that literally take these engines apart with a fine-tooth comb to find any irregularities. And of course, when you're winning, you know, people don't like it. So the simple reason, those people just work harder. Work harder. It's quite simple. Have a bit of lemon with your bitter. Right, here's your grid. Matthew Higgins and Lloyd Hare, row number 1. Mehdi Lesued and Lewis Goff, row 2. Hugo Grasto and Rafael Benatwil, row 3. Oscar Gucho and Thomas Verheyen, row 4. Jort van Wyk and Ruben Verheyen, row 5. Raphael Moreau and Matteo Bordier, row 6. Macaulay Bishop and Ollie Wise, row 7. Row 8, Flynn Fitters and Baptiste Mounier. Row 9, Manolo Sondin and Andy Bouillon. Casper Sitko and Tillian Fernandez, row 10. Then it's Gabriel Jimenez Serrano and Esteban Pichard Tortelier. Sadly, no Lola Gervais. So we have Alexandra Piquet next, Hugo Vedi, Tino Potier, Hugo Rochion, no Lex Quintons, Louis Comin, Christopher Hulse, Nolan Lamore, Sean Butcher, Kai Veach, Anis Tazi, James Tester and Clement Outran.
Et c'est parti avec Matthew Higgins à l'intérieur et qui va plonger en tête dans le premier virage avec à ses côtés Lloyd Hare.
False start.
Ouais,
False start.
Effectivement, j'avais pas vu le départ qui n'a pas été validé par la direction de course et du coup on repart pour un tour de formation, un tour de mise en place et on espère que cette fois eh bien ça fonctionnera.
So hopefully Lex Quentins, he was invited to leave by the stewards yesterday for an incident in Parc Ferme. Lola Gervais, the G-Kart 53 team, we hope Lola is okay. She had an accident yesterday, rolled the cart, hobbling around this morning, and was involved in that huge accident early this morning with 4 carts on the main straight, 2 carts, 3 carts getting airborne. All the drivers are okay, but Lola's team probably running out of equipment. It's a real shame for Lola, who was driving really, really well up to that point. Now, at the moment, Matthew Higgins, 194 points. Tino Sidler, 188. Simon Perigny, 185. Lewis Goff, 182. That will change when the race begins. Won't be able to, I can't see who's down in 70th, that position, those positions where you may not make the superheats. Here we go then, into turn number 1. Higgins, Mehdi Lassoue, what a move from the Sodi kart driver from France. And drivers again, and that's a big one. Somebody has parked the marshals there very, very quickly, and the 2 drivers involved, 1 kart barrel rolling through the air, landing on top of another, and okay, both drivers standing up, and the driver there in white, red and black, he was over and he helped lift his kart off Ollie Wise. Ollie Wise is okay, and well done to 384 Matteo Bordier for the TTC Racing Team. Very sporting indeed. Oh, Mehdi Lassoue with a problem. Mehdi Lassoue running wide. I think that could be a mechanical issue. It's all gone wrong for Lassoue, and I'm looking up to see who is in the race lead. It might be Lewis Goff, the Alchemy Car Care driver.
Allez, un début de course très animé avec cet accrochage de 4 cartes et puis ce tonneau qui a été réalisé par un pilote, heureusement sans gravité. Il est retombé sur un autre concurrent et tout ça s'est fait heureusement sans gravité. Et là, premier rebondissement avec Mehdi Lassoue qui a perdu du temps. Je me demande si c'est pas lui quand même qui est reparti au milieu du peloton. On va attendre que ça repasse sur la ligne de chronométrage. Mais Mehdi Lassoue qui était aux avant-postes a perdu énormément de temps. Ouais, il est là, Mehdi Lassoue. Il passe en 18e position.
Now, Manolo Sondin also out of the race, sadly. But again, absolutely fine. He has had a part of the same incident that took out Wise and Bordier. Up at the front, it is Goff, Lloyd Hare, Bishop already up 10 spots to 3rd. Benatui is next. followed by Raphael Moreau, Thomas Verheyen, Hugo Grasto. Well, we got a British 1, 2, 3, but then France in 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th. A lot of French. Matthew Higgins has dropped to 8th. Now, Mehdi Lassoue carries on in 11th. Lewis Goff currently leads the point standings, but of course that will only become clearer during the next two heats once every other driver completes their 3rd and 4th. And where is Sean Butcher? He's already gained 17 more places for Sean Butcher. With no nose cone penalties, he's done it as clean as a whistle. Butcher on course to potentially make 120 places up in 5 races. Remarkable.
Allez, il y a une grosse bagarre là au milieu du peloton, notamment avec les pilotes qui sont autour de la 7e place, avec Hugo Grasto, avec Matthew Higgins, avec Baptiste Meunier. Et puis derrière, on voit Mehdi Lassoue qui est en train de revenir. Il était 10e. Il va se mêler à la lutte pour cette 7e place. Le voici au milieu du peloton, Mehdi Lassoue, le 326. Qui est en train de remonter. Il avait réalisé les 2 premiers partiels absolus sur le premier et deuxième secteur. Mehdi Lassoue qui est passé sur la ligne de chronométrage pour l'instant en 12e position, mais il est dans le peloton de chasse. On va voir si le Français peut revenir parce qu'il est en train de perdre pour l'instant. Il reste 4e dans l'optique des super hits, mais attention à l'arrivée, il peut y avoir beaucoup de changements parce qu'on rappelle que cette catégorie senior, il y a 3 manches qualificatives, encore 2 à disputer, donc là ça serait un très mauvais résultat entre guillemets pour Mehdi Lassoue. Il faut qu'il remonte dans la hiérarchie.
Following the recovery of Mehdi Lassoue, there is the number 405 car. That is Clement Outran. Clement Outran, he's also made huge strides up to 21 places. Outran at the moment, he's gained 55 spots in 4 races, and he's going to gain a bunch more here. Nolan Lamore up 17 positions. Butcher now 13th. Butcher up to P13. Now that bright livery, that multicoloured car, I think that is Raphael Moreau, number 378 for the SF Automatic team. But here are your 2nd and 3rd place runners. Bishop to the inside on his teammate Lloyd Hare. Now, that's smart from Lloyd Hare. Bishop is the more experienced of the two. Bishop at the moment is the quicker. Lloyd Hare will now try and tuck into the slipstream and follow Bishop up to the race leader. That is what they will try and do. They will use the slipstream, use the tote. This is like a bit like NASCAR, where you use the slipstream in the draft. For those of you that are familiar with NASCAR, you will see drivers sort of tucking down the straight behind the NASA panel just to create better airflow over the top of their crash helmets. For maximum aerodynamic efficiency. Higgins has just lost the points lead to Lewis Goff. However, Higgins is now back up to P6. He will be trying to overhaul Raphael Moreau and Raphael Benatuil. Raphael Benatuil in kart 358, the Sonic Racing team. That there he is, the grey and pink kart. And Moreau, well, excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît, excusez-moi. After you, Higgins closing in rapidly.
Allez, c'est une belle bagarre là qui oppose Higgins, Moreau et Hare et Benatouille, et ça fait les affaires évidemment des hommes qui sont devant Lewis Goff et Macaulay Bishop, qui sont évidemment en train de creuser un écart irrémédiable. Goff a 1 seconde 2 d'avance sur Bishop et Hare, qui sont en roue dans roue, les 2 coéquipiers qui pour l'instant font une course de concert. Et derrière c'est la bagarre entre Benatouille, Moreau et Higgins. Ça a encore changé de position, puisque dans quelques instants on va avoir la nouvelle hiérarchie avec Raphaël Moreau devant Benatouille et Higgins. Butcher, Lassoue en 9e position, Et du côté de Moreau et Benatouille, on a tout intérêt à conserver ses positions. Il reste 1 minute 20 et un tour.
Yeah, Higgins went for the move on Benatwill going into turn number 1, then ran a little bit wide. Benatwill getting him back. So at the moment, it's 228 points to Higgins, 232 points to Goff. Goff's lead is 1.2 seconds. Bishop on 210 points could help his teammate Higgins by catching and passing Lewis Goff. But the Sam Pollitt racing driver, the Alchemy Car Centre, Alchemy Car Care backed driver Lewis Goff simply has too much for everybody else. Now, watch Higgins, tries the undercut, gets alongside Benatwill. Benatwill gives him room, slightly pinches him. So Higgins has to back out of it. Thomas Verheyen for the RS competition team is behind them, closing in, and Butcher is now 8th from 32nd on the grid. Mehdi Lassoue takes the fastest lap of the race as Higgins finally gets the job done. We'll see what that does for the points standings. Butcher, that if he stays where he is, that is 125 places gained in 5 races, an average of 25 places per race. In 20 years of doing this, I've never seen that happen before. He's got to stay there though. There he is, Sean Butcher. Now his dad Glenn, he's the Australian, so Sean lives in London, got an Australian dad, English mum. His dad Glenn doesn't come to the races that much anymore, but he's here this weekend. What a weekend to come and watch Sean in action. However, could we be about to see something that we haven't seen yet so far, and that is somebody overtaking Sean Butcher, because Mehdi Lassoue on the Sodi kart is looking a little bit menacing behind old Shawnee boy.
Allez, c'est le dernier tour et c'est toujours la bagarre. Il est passé Mehdi Lassoue parce que Butcher avait tenté un dépassement, il a ouvert la porte et en fait il n'a pas réussi sa manœuvre, mais c'est Mehdi Lassoue qui a réussi à se faufiler dans un trou de souris. Oula, alors que au dernier virage là-bas ça chauffe un petit peu. Alors Lewis Goff s'impose devant Macaulay Bishop, Lloyd Hare, Raphaël Moreau, Matthew Higgins et Mehdi Lassoue finalement remonte en 6e position. Sin Butcher termine 7e, juste devant Benatouille et Verheyen. Le 10e, c'est Louis Comines.
Well, we saw Butcher make the move on Benatwill and then lose the position to Lassoue. 25 more places gained on the road. We obviously don't know if there's a penalty for anyone, or if Sean indeed gets a penalty. We'll have to see that afterwards. Provisionally though, 126 places gained. But let's not take anything away from the achievements of the driver on your screen there. Lewis Goff will lead the points table after the first of the final 3 senior heats. That was Group B and F. There were so many drivers, they've been split into 6 groups. So Goff has the points lead and pole position for the A Superheat tomorrow. Now the drivers come in remarkable. Bishop 2nd, Hare 3rd, Moreau 4th, Higgins 5th, Mehdi Lassoue in 6th, Butcher 7th, Benatwill 8th, Thomas Verheyen 9th, Lewis Comines 10th, Nolan Lamore, Clement Outran, Baptiste Mounier. Now, I wonder if we see the back of the shot there, you could see, well, you can't see Butcher because he's at the back. Now, going through turn number 1, Lassoue pulls the move. This is the scary moment. Driver just getting taken up and the car digs in, up and over with Mathieu Bordier, and it lands on Ollie Wise, but they're both absolutely fine. The 333 kart, that was Jort van Wyk, and that is when Mehdi Lassoue had his problem. I thought there was a mechanical issue, but it wasn't. Higgins also dropping back. There's a good run from the SF Automatic team, Raphael Moreau. He eventually slipped back. He finished 4th eventually, behind Thomas Verheyen. Verheyen and the number 392 Dream Racing kart of Hugo Grasto. Grasto running a little bit wide. Lots of good fighting. This is the recovery from Mehdi Lassoue. So he picks up one place there. Oh, you just missed that. There's the 345 kart getting involved. That is France's Esteban Pichard Totelier. Bishop made the move for P2 on Hare. Moreau and Benatwil. Moreau winning that battle. The Higgins-Benatwil battle was very good indeed. Higgins made the move once and then got repassed, and again Benatwil giving Matty Higgins just enough room. The terror from Trafalglois losing a position eventually. Gaining the terror from Trafalglois, gaining the position eventually. And now, here is Lassoue. And the checkered flag comes out. Goff wins for Sam Pollitt Racing. Brilliant drive indeed. And we now go down 2 heat races to go. Next up, Group A and Group D. Jen Wade is there.
Alrighty, back down on the grid. Let's see. I'm going to go down just a little bit further. Okay, so down the back. Let's have a look. Okay, so I was looking a little bit, but here he is, Charlie. Hey, Charlie, I lost you because you've got the USA flag, you're flying the flag, and I just wanted, because we haven't caught up with you, maybe you can tell us how everything's going.
Yeah, not ideal to be honest so far, but just keep chipping away and we'll get there.
Yeah. Alrighty, what about being here in Le Mans? Is it a special place for you? I mean, it's quite a famous circuit.
Yeah, I'd definitely say, for me, especially coming from America, it's definitely enjoying it being here.
I only want to ask one question quickly. How often are you at home?
Almost none, to be honest.
I thought so. Good luck, Charlie. I wanted to find him, Henry, because he's flying the US flag, and I know we've got some people that will be tuning in this afternoon.
Some people watching karting for the very first time from the United States, which is good. Now, as you know, we've got lots of drivers again from there, but the little team that could is Jack Dex Racing. And blue t-shirt mechanic Owen Neve's dad is just as probably escaping. Jack Dex Racing running the MS kart, a small but family-friendly operation. Jack, Harry Hannum and Owen Neve doing a fantastic job at the front. Tino Sidler could get pole position, but Leon Hasty, one of the youngest drivers there on the outside of row 2. Leon could really, but there's look behind you with the blue t-shirt there. He's got the same hairstyle as me, i.e. not much, Jen, but just behind you, speak to Owen Neve's dad, because he loves an interview, and he'll tell you about the vibe down in the Jack Dex team.
I'm looking where it is, but I can see. Okay, we've got kart 317. There's Hasty over there. Jack Dex team. Which grid number, Henry?
Oh, no, don't worry about Owen. Owen's just the driver. Turn round to your right. Big blue t-shirt, bald head, towel round him. Mr. Neve. Hello.
Yes, I can see him. He's waving. He's giving you a wave.
Was he giving one of those waves where he only uses one finger? I'm wondering. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It's Group A and Group D. Simon Perigny from France and Tino Sidler from Switzerland on row number 1. Matthew Daverd and Leon Hasty, row 2. Lucas Schlegel and George Nassar, row 3. Tom Vuo and William Pemble, row 4. Danny, the coach, Shields, and Titouan Niskaye on row 5. Roman Saleh and Ruben Morel are next. Bastian Ottensamer, William Antrobus, Angus Scrivener and Raphael Burma, Antoine Antier and Charlie Smith, number 312, white and green Tony Kart for those of you watching for the USA. Adi Schmetter and Hugo Lacroix, Nathan Nambot and Owen Neve, Oliver White, Toby Lien from Canada in 24th of the grid, Pablo Estevez, Matisse Favre, Arnaud Saborin, Philippe Panier, Lewis Gilbert. Gilbert second in the overtaking standings. Second in the overtaking standings with 81 passes in 4 races. He starts on row 15 alongside Sebastian Koch. Cameron Nelson, the pride of Ponteclean, alongside Tom Bio, Rain Cairus, Jan Pinto, Arthur Roban and Yanis Martin. Do we have everyone out there? We do. Eric, let's go racing for the penultimate time today.
Allez, Simon Perigny qui emmène le peloton de cette avant-dernière course de l'après-midi de ce vendredi. On est toujours dans la catégorie des seniors, 9 minutes plus un tour. Simon Perigny avec Tino Sidler à ses côtés. Est-ce que ça va être validé? Oui, c'est validé. Allez, Simon Perigny qui doit garder sa ligne. Je pense que c'est bon. Oh là 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 là, il y a eu du dégât derrière là, aux alentours de la 2e et 3e position. Alors, c'est chaud là. 377.
That is the curse of the commentator. I didn't even talk about him, I was talking about his dad. Owen Neve out of action there. Now he's going to try and get back in. He's trying to salvage a finish that will get him into the top 72. Here we go on the banking. Perigny has the lead.
Ouais. Perigny est devant d'Auvergne et c'est Tino Sidler qui a connu des problèmes, qui est reparti assez loin me semble-t-il dans le peloton. Ça s'est accroché. J'essaye de retrouver le casque doré de Tino Sidler, et pour l'instant je ne le vois pas. Il est loin. Ah, ça pourrait être l'un des principaux rebondissements. Je crois qu'il est là.
Oh dear, là, Tino Sidler retiring.
Il est obligé d'abandonner. Tino Sidler qui a tapé sur son volant de désespoir et qui doit laisser la course se dérouler sans lui qui était bien placé dans l'optique de la super manche.
And there's the reason why there's an exhaust pipe lying on the grass, possibly belonging to Tino Sidler. Disaster for the Swiss driver. That drops him to 6th in the points table. He was first. Simon Perigny now leads by 3 points from Lewis Goff. At the moment, Perigny would start Superheat A from pole position. Goff would go from pole in Superheat B. Obviously, if Dauvergne and the coach Danny Shields pass Perigny, that's taking points off Perigny and Lewis Goff as more drivers coming into pits. Oh, Charlie Smith, the American driver's just retired in the number 3 1-2 cut. Pablo Estevez from France is also out of the race. So it's Perigny, Dauvergne, Shields, then Angus Scrivener into P4. Bastian Ottensamer is 5th. Niskaye, Antrobus, Nambot, and already Scotland's Lewis Gilbert is up 20 places. He's gone from 29th to 9th. And where is the Diamond of Dal Rye? He's going to be appearing at the back of your camera shot very quickly indeed, number 303.
Et on suit la bagarre entre Shield et Dauvergne. Shield qui a pris le meilleur en 2e position face à Matteo Dauvergne. Matteo Dauvergne qui reste malgré tout dans le sillage de son adversaire et qui va certainement, vu la pression qu'il imprime sur le kart de Danny Shield, bien tenter de reprendre sa position. Attention derrière parce qu'il y a Scrivener qui est en 4e position avec Ottensame, l'Autrichien en 5e position, et Titouan Lescalier 6e.
William Antrobus moves into 7th position, but he's about to become the next victim of Lewis Gilbert. Gilbert, who finished as the runner-up in this event last year to Ethan Jeff Hall. Ethan Jeff Hall then went on to become world karting champion in September. And there is a move from the number 318 kart. That is Titouan Lescaille, who's been very, very impressive. He passes the 330 KSB kart of Austria's Bastian Ottensamer for 5th position. Perigny leads by 0.8 of a second. Oh, Gilbert runs a little bit wide. There was Lewis Gilbert, whose parents celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. Douglas and Jennifer Gilbert, 25 years of happily wedded bliss. That's the message that Douglas sent me to say. Yeah, happily wedded bliss. Is that right, Dougie? Yep, I got that right. Okay. Gilbert, meanwhile, is now trying to fight his way through this pack of karts, side by side. There goes Lewis Gilbert to the inside of Bastian Ottensamer. He's already passed Antrobus, and Gilbert now to P6. Angus Scrivener next on the list.
Allez, on voit le groupe de chasse où c'est très animé. On a Titouan Lescaille qui mène devant Scrivener, Gilbert et Otensama. Et on voit bien que les positions sont très très précaires lorsque on les obtient, alors que Matteo d'Auvergne est sous la pression ici de Titouan Lescaille. Non, pardon, c'est le 364. C'est Danny Shields, autant pour moi. Matteo d'Auvergne donc sous la pression de Danny Shields, puisque Matteo d'Auvergne a semble-t-il repris la 2e position à Danny Shields, et Danny Shields qui tente de réagir. Voilà, et le Français qui ferme les portes de façon autoritaire. On perd pas trop de temps, c'est tant mieux, parce que derrière il y a aussi du monde qui arrive avec Titouan Lescaille qui mène le groupe de chasse.
On to lap number 7. There's the 400 kart. Matthew d'Auvergne driving for the PB kart team on the red speed chassis. It's his first year as a senior. He's repassed Danny Shields for 2nd position. At the moment, Perigny 235 points, 1.5 seconds in front of this battle that you're watching now. Perigny would be on pole for the Superheat A tomorrow. What speeds are these karts reaching? Well, Big Cracker, 21. They are reaching about 75 to 8, between 75 80 miles an hour, well over about 110, 115 kilometers an hour. The DD2 karts go about 125 kilometers an hour. So I would say probably about 115 kilometers an hour, if not a little bit more. There or thereabouts.
Simon Perigny, toujours largement en tête avec plus d'1,5 seconde d'avance sur Matteo d'Auvergne. Matteo d'Auvergne qui contient ses adversaires, qui fait le maximum, mais on voit que c'est compliqué. Va-t-il tenir jusqu'au bout? On l'espère pour lui, parce que derrière Danny Shields et Titouan Lescaille sont prêts à bondir et à profiter de la moindre opportunité.
Gilbert has just put Titouan Lescaille to the sword to move into 4th position. Now, the Craft Motorsport driver sets his sights on the coach, Danny Shields. Behind him, Angus Scrivener and Bastian Ottensamer go wheel to wheel for what is 6th position. Antrobus is 8th. Cameron Nelson up 22 places to 9th. Ruben Morel, Nathan Nambot in the top 11. Adi Schmetter is 12th. William Pemble is next. Sebastian Koch. Then Oliver White 15th. It's his first race as senior. Oh my goodness me, Gilbert's at it again. He passes the coach, and the coach, well, he's passed the coach, looks over his shoulder, but look at how Gilbert's doing it. He's not losing momentum. He's not staying behind drivers long enough to sort of fall into their pace. He's just catching, making one smooth move at a time, and we have got 40 seconds left on the race clock. This is an absolutely masterclass from Lewis Gilbert, a bit like Sean Butcher before him. Big Cracker 21, you're watching this from the United States. Where in the United States exactly are you watching? Because I will be able to tell you when the next big kart race in your area is, so you can go and watch in person. Just don't put your address in, obviously. I can do without your social security number. Just give us a chance to say where you're from. I'll guide you towards being a spectator at this wonderful sport. Meanwhile, the clock has struck 0, and Simon Perigny for the Le Hook Racing Team is about to start his final lap, Eric.
Ouais, dernier tour pour Simon Perigny avec 2 secondes 4 d'avance, 2 secondes et demie même d'avance sur le reste du peloton, et derrière, eh bien, on voit que Matteo d'Auvergne doit s'employer pour contrer Lewis Gilbert qui fait le maximum pour prendre la deuxième position, mais ça ne passe pas. Attention, Matteo d'Auvergne, faut pas tout perdre. On a vu tout à l'heure que ça pouvait vite basculer dans le mauvais sens, ces situations où on est à la bagarre. Et regardez, derrière Lewis Gilbert, il y a aussi du monde qui pourrait en profiter. Attention de ne pas perdre le bénéfice de cette superbe course. Gilbert qui se fait de plus en plus pressant. Le freinage certainement au bout de la ligne droite, c'est là où ça va peut-être se faire. Et Matteo d'Auvergne qui fait jouer l'expérience aussi, qui freine tout le monde, qui a bloqué tout le paquet et qui va malgré tout conserver, on l'espère, cette deuxième position. Attention à Lewis Gilbert qui se décale. Non, ça restera comme ça. Troisième Gilbert, deuxième d'Auvergne.
Wow, that battle there at the end. What a battle there. Have to say, for second place, Simon Perigny winning by a country mile. Lewis Gilbert coming up in third. Big hello to Claudia and Danielle Short watching from PF International, that area in Lincolnshire. In 2 weeks' time, not next weekend, the weekend after, you can watch the Motorsport UK British Kart Masters Grand Prix. That's on the Alpha Live YouTube channel. You're watching the 3MK Events YouTube channel. If you're in the United States, write this down. Write down Kart Chaser. That is the YouTube network that films all the North American kart racing. I can see Big Cracker, you're from Southeast USA. It's a pretty big area. I'm imagining there's plenty of tracks in Orlando that host big events. You have got Atlanta Motorsport Park, you've got NOLA Motorsport Park in New Orleans. If you're in North Carolina, Trackhouse is your best bet. But yeah, Kart Chaser will tell you all where you need to go. Meanwhile, let's have a look at this replay. Now, Lewis Gilbert is just there. He's on the left-hand side of your screen. There's 3 drivers behind him at the start. There he is in 3:03. You just go out of view. Perigny was able to move away. That was the end of 3-5-1 Lukas Schlegel, who did get back going again. But Gilbert there just slicing and dicing all the way up to there. Right, well, if you're in New Orleans, then NOLA Motorsports Park, go and see them. Tell the Kemper family that helped run that. Tyrone Kemper Jr. is the driver. Tell his dad, Henry the commentator, says you can have a free go on the rental carts there. There you go. How's that for service? Look at this battle now. This is the closing stages. D'Auvergne, all credit to Matthew D'Auvergne for holding off Lewis Gilbert. Perigny leads the point standings by 3 markers over Lewis Goff. As you watch the rest of the field cross the line, Cameron Nelson, 23 places gained. for Cameron Nelson, the Welsh driver. Well done there. As we now go to the final heat race of the day. Last race of the day, Jen Wade down on the grid. Hello.
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 Here I am, and Yvonne's just saying, Lizzie, smile. I guess I can only tell from her eyes she's smiling. Lizzie,
ask her to wish your parents happy wedding anniversary for tomorrow.
Oh, your parents' wedding anniversary? Tomorrow, don't forget. Okay, Lizzie, just a quick one. One of the fastest ladies in the Euro Trophy at the moment. We've seen you also in the Winter Series leading the guys. How's it going?
We've had like a good start so far, I'd say. The last race wasn't very good, I'd say, but so far it's been positive. We've had pace and hopefully we can have another good heat to finish on.
Racing. We got a difficult track, easy track, grippy track. How is it?
I'd say it's a difficult track. We haven't had much time to learn, obviously. Don't go here often, but the difficult in the racing is hard as well, because obviously loads of different drivers in the grid and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, it's good. What about, let's have a look who's in front of you. By Hunter, I think. So you'll have to overtake him early, because is he a bit slow, or he's on the pace?
No, he's up to pace, don't worry about that.
I know he's on the pace. Kai Hunter, we're going to say a quick hi. There you go. Everyone watching at home, Hunter Motorsport, of course, we've got Tees Van Wyk in front of you, and of course a rookie, but he's been the champion in Euro as well, so another European leader. Alrighty, so we're about to go out. We move off the grid, and I think it might rain a little bit, Henry, for the driver's presentation. I can see it in the distance. In any case, the race will be finished, so we won't have to worry.
Allez, on est parti dans ce tour de formation pour la dernière course, la dernière manche qualificative de cette journée. Elle concerne toujours la catégorie des seniors avec 36 pilotes au départ. 36 pilotes au départ emmenés par Tom Strill qui, avec le numéro 359, s'élancera depuis la pole position avec à ses côtés Lorenzo Giacinto qui sera avec le numéro 394, juste derrière Noah Jensen avec le 381 et Paul Grisel complète la deuxième ligne. Elio Gilter, le 307, qui est bien malheureux depuis le début de ce week-end. Eh bien, Elio Gilter partira de la troisième ligne avec à ses côtés Sacha Heim, Baptiste Levezac et Thys Van Wyk seront sur la quatrième ligne. Cinquième ligne pour Sian Gerhardt et Kai Hunter.
Yes, behind Kai Hunter we have let's have a look far down there. Hunter, who's had a win, but is also a DNF. We have Alexander Lemare, Lizzie May Mentier, Yvonne Simeonova, Sver Uben, Adam Leon Forestier, Maxence Bouillon. Watch the back. Jordan's Hamza Al Fayez. Also gaining a lot of positions. Look at the amount of mojo rubber that has been laid down at that corner. I've got to say, the tram lines, and of course this is just the heat races. Tomorrow is the super heats and the main events. 6 tickets on the line, 1 in each category for the biggest party in world karting, the Rotax Grand Finals. For the final time, Eric Chalice.
Non,
false start, not the final time.
Ce n'est pas lancé pour la dernière course. Il va falloir reprendre cette procédure, Tom Strill qui va devoir reformer le peloton et ensuite imprimer le rythme.
So we will go around again. This is turn 3 now. Curve de Duchamp. There is Kai Hunter, who did a little bit of racing in the USA last year, very successful as well, earned a lot of money. You know, karting, it's a sport in its own right. Yes, it's a stepping stone in some respects to higher levels of racing, but you do get, there are plenty of professional paid go-kart racers out there, and some of the money available, the prize money, especially Las Vegas Supernats at the end of the year, oh my word, $10,000 for the race winners. That is something very special indeed. Here there is a prize that money cannot buy, that ticket to the grand finals for the winner, where at the end of the year in Bahrain, 400 drivers across 8 categories from the ages of 8 to 80, if you qualify, champions from around the world. Tom Strella has been there before, he's trying to go again. Black race suit, Latvian driver, then Lorenzo Giacinto in the MKC Motorsport car alongside him on row number 1. Now, let's see if the big build-up works this time for the final time today, Eric Tellis.
Allez, Tom Strill qui redonne le départ. Est-ce que ça va être validé cette fois? Oui, c'est fait. C'est validé avec Tom Strill qui reste aux commandes, bien évidemment, suivi comme son ombre, non pas par Giacinto, mais par Noah Jensen. Giacinto qui a été totalement oublié sur la première ligne. Je crois qu'il est au moins en 4e ou 5e position.
Yes, indeed, and through turn number 3, there's Hamza Al-Fayez with a red and black race suit already picking up a couple of positions at the back of the pack. Oh, and that looks like the 343 kart. That is the Le Hook Racing of Theo Limone. Bouncing through the air, gets back onto the track, no issue, no damage done. Noah Jansen for the 3G Racing team, that Tony kart with the black and hot pink graphics on it, he's up into P2, and look at the number 301 kart, chasing him down, Andy Bouillon. Is that the 301? It is, no, so the 307 kart. Okay, Elio Gilter. He's not going to make the superheat. He's had 2 DNFs, 1 DQ and 1 did not start. He hasn't finished a race yet this week, has Elio Gilter. He's there in 4th place. He's going to be trying to go out with a bang. He's not going to make the superheat, but a win to sign off what has been a horrible week for him, apart from qualifying when he was brilliant, would be the icing on a cake that, well, it took a little while to make, but the French bakery, of which there are many here, could finally come up trumps for Elio. Watch him in P4.
Allez, on voit le groupe de tête avec Elio Gilter, le numéro 307 qui est actuellement en 4e position, et Henry le rappelait, hein, pour l'instant il n'a pas fini une seule course ce week-end. Attention, là il y a un pilote qui est sorti, c'est le 381, à savoir Johnson qui a perdu des positions, et Giacinto c'est pareil, hein. Giacinto il est passé en 8e position, lui qui s'est lancé depuis la première ligne. On vous disait que son premier tour avait été catastrophique, et bien on en a maintenant la preuve. Alors Elio Gilter est en 3e position maintenant. Que va-t-il faire? Lui, le Français qui a été le plus malchanceux, va-t-il pour l'honneur aller chercher la victoire, ce qui pourrait lui permettre d'achever un week-end pour le moins amer avec la meilleure des performances possibles?
Yesterday evening, Elio Gilter was ready to walk away from this event. He went to the stewards to hand in the form saying he's withdrawing. The steward said, no, don't do it. Wake up tomorrow morning, see what will happen. He did. He came back, then got excluded from his first heat race for cutting him out of the track. Just he got forced wide, so it went from bad to worse. Now it looks like it could be getting better. Gilter looking at the inside of Kian Garrity for P2. Behind him, Tish van Wyk, last year's Junior International Trophy champion, is there in 4th. Paul Grissel is 5th in the orange and purple liveried machine. Then it is Baptiste Levesok Rock, Lorenzo Giacinto, Sasha EM, Noah Jansen, Lizzie May Mentia with the fastest lap of the race so far for Lizzie May, 55.788 seconds. Sver Uban, Alexander Lemay, Kai Hunter 13th, Alexandru Volta from Romania, the only Romanian driver here is next. Then it's Karol Kaminski, Yvonne Simeonova, Federico Ingramo, Tom Langlois, Maxence Bouillon, Leon Forestier, Lemoine, Antola, Thorne, Dremin, Bourguignon, Lambert, Alfayez, Guillaume. Behind Guillaume is Titouan Hoche, then the notorious B.I.G. the notorious B.I.G.I. Alessandro Biggie, then Ledo Kukianadze, Liviu Safrengu, Antoine Mela, Lina Tellier, Paul Jerome and Kasvari Lizak.
Et c'est chaud là entre Elio Gilter et Paul Grisel. Elio Gilter qui a dû laisser passer Thies Van Wyk pour le gain de la 3e position. Et on retrouve deux Français à la lutte dans le groupe de tête avec un tout petit peu détaché Tom Strill qui a pris quelques distances, à peine une demi-seconde sur ses adversaires directs. Si ces derniers s'entendent pour ne pas trop s'attaquer, eh bien ça devrait permettre de ramarrer le leader Paul Grisel qui a pris le meilleur sur Gilter qui est désormais 5e.
4 minutes to go. Giaquinto passes Elio Gilter for what is now 5th position. Well, Gilter just wants to see a checkered flag. We've just lost out of this race Antoine Mela in the 407 RM Concept kart out of the race. RM Concept, I've got a display here. One of their it's a silhouette racing car. It's very, very interesting machine. Porsche are here with a display. One of their Porsche Carrera GT3 Carrera Cup cars are here. As well as obviously the food and the other entertainment that we have at these big events. There is Gilter. Now, the leader is Tom Strella, Tish Van Wyk, Kian Garrity. Points standings. Perigny, Goff and Higgins are 1, 2 and 3. Tom Strella at the moment would be 4th in points. He would start 2nd in Superheat B. Bishop, Lasoué, Sidler and Lescalier would be on row 2 for the 2 superheats tomorrow morning. We start racing again. Eric, what is the time tomorrow morning for the start of the superheats? We'll be going live at, this is Central European time.
Yeah, we're gonna be live on Saturday morning around 9:20. 9:17 to be really precise. The start of the first super hit of the day will be the mini super hit at 9:17.
9:17, so that will be 1 hour in front of the UK, 6 hours in front of Eastern Coast time in the USA, Central time in the USA 7 hours. So you better get to bed at the end of this race. Be up nice and early if you're watching in the Big Easy, for example, and I know people are. Just think of the poor buggers who are watching it in California supporting Charlie Smith. They're just going to have to stay drinking all the way through the night.
On verra tout ça. Tom Strill, lui, il est en train d'essayer de voir l'arrivée en étant invaincu, dirons-nous, dans cette dernière manche. En tout cas, Thies Van Wyk est en train de revenir très fortement sur le leader qui s'était fait un petit peu la belle et qui là maintenant est en train de subir le retour du pilote néerlandais. Gerhardt est en 3e position, Paul Grisel toujours 4e. Quant à Elio Gilter, on le surveille un petit peu, hein, le français bien malheureux ce week-end, il est toujours en 6e position. Pardon.
Strella defending as we go through Curve de Duchon. Now through the tight infield section, turns 5, 6 and 7. They flick left and right, flat out through turns 8 and 9. There's the flat out left-hander at turn 10. Now onto the banking. Change for third position. Paul Grissel runs Cian Geraghty high up the banking. And is that Geraghty has gone for a spin? Who is that? Geraghty and possibly Lorenzo Giacinto. Where's Giacinto gone? There's another cart spun at the banking. Oh, Cian Geraghty off track, and he gets back on, but a long way down. Giacinto also falling down the order as well. And out of the race, it looks like towards the bottom, Theo Limwane also coming in. So Giacinto out of the race at turn number 1. That is devastating as the clock heads towards 0. The battle for the lead's not over yet. Strella and Van Wyk. Latvia versus the Netherlands. Here we go, down the back straight towards Viro's Technopark.
Allez, c'est le dernier tour dans quelques instants avec toujours cette bagarre pour la tête de course entre Strill et Van Wyk qui ne lâche rien, qui met une pression omniprésente sur le leader et il essaye avec ses petits gestes de lui mettre encore plus de la pression. Le doute dans la tête pour l'instant. Van Wyk reste en deuxième position, il n'a pas montré de signe de velléité depuis un petit moment. Est-ce qu'il attend la dernière ligne droite pour porter son attaque au freinage du virage du Technopark? C'est là peut-être où la décision va se faire, mais attention, Tom Strill, il ferme bien les portes et il a de l'expérience.
This is the final lap. Tong Langlois up to P7, a gain of 21 places in this race. Now we look down. Cian Geraghty has returned to the track. Where is Geraghty? He is 22nd, just behind Hamza Al-Fayez. So he is going to be spitting feathers, as it were. But there is the checkered flag. Strella holds off Tish Van Wyk and Paul Grissel. Lizzie May Mentia, P4 for Lizzie May. Elio Gilter will conclude the international trophy for him with a top 5 finish. You're only as good as your last race, and Elio, it's been a shocker for you, I know, but you finish with a top 5. Kai Hunter, Tom Langlois, Sasha Iem, Yvonne Simeonova in the top 10. Carol Kaminski rounding out the top 10. Federico Ingramo 11th, Alexandru Volta 12th, Ethan Thorne, Rayan Bourguignon, Sver Uben, Maxence Brion, Oscar Lambert, Noah Janssen, Alexander Lemar, Leon Forestier, Cian Geraghty, Titouan O'Shea, Hamza Al-Fayez, Vivian Guionnet, Laido Kukianadze, Paul Jerome and Tiziano Antola. Maxim Dremin, the notorious BIGI, Alessandro Biggie Smalls finishing in 29th place. Kasvari Lissak, Lena Tellier and Liviu Safrangu are your other finishers. Whew. We'll watch the action coming into Parc Fermé and the end of another. We'll take you through one more set of highlights as Strella leading now. Noah Janssen, he got tipped onto the grass towards the middle part. There was one of the Hook Racing drivers, the 343 of Theo Limwane, who would eventually retire. There is Janssen over the grass. That was the beginning of his demise down the order. There's another view. As we look at the RM concept kart, and that's Alexandru Volta from Romania picking up a position. But although the pack caught Tom Strella, they were not able to make their way. Tish Van Wyk, last year, you know, that was the move that Paul Grissel pulled on Cian Geraghty that didn't quite work for Geraghty. It worked for Grissel, but there is Tom Strala. Latvia have a win to end the second day of racing here at Le Mans in France. So, Eric, what a day, 20 races, some fantastic action.
Yes, terrific action. We saw it in the last race, and it was really full of action anywhere, any position. It was a huge fight between each driver, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be a higher level for sure, a higher level of pressure.
Yep.
And
the pressure is on. The prizes are obviously greater. Let's quickly tell you. So tomorrow morning, the top 72 drivers in each class have qualified for the Superheat. That's one race each. The points they've scored yesterday and today will be added to the points they score in the Superheat. Grid positions for that are decided on the points classification at the moment. At the end of the Superheats, okay, Micromax, Minimax, and DD2 Masters. Everybody goes through to the 36 kart final, but in juniors, seniors and DD2, 72 drivers start the day. At the end of the Superheat, the 36 drivers with the most points go through to the final. It's going to be a fantastic day. Here at the circuit, there is a drivers' parade. Now, we're not live streaming that, but you can go to the Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, to see all the videos and the footage and the photographs that will be uploaded overnight on that. If you want to know more about the Rotax Grand Finals, simply type in Rotax Grand Finals or Rotax Karting into YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us around the world. We hope you've enjoyed. If you're new to the sport, welcome. You'll like what you see tomorrow. Eric, yourself, Jen Wade and me will be live at about 9:15 a.m. Central European Time tomorrow from Circuit International Karting Le Mans, home of the 24 hours, one of the world's greatest motorsport venues.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.